Hello? Make sure my fucking mic and shit is working. Make sure that mic and shit is working. Seems like it is. Damn, feeling like I'm right again. Schwetzel floating on the beat, it feel like Peter Pan. Understand, baby girl, understand. I can make some plays, but I cannot be your man. Goddamn. Baby Schwetzel on that bullshit. I ain't got no time, no ways. I got a point to prove it. Smoking on that sticky pipe, my lungs are black and bluish. Seep into the background, I feel comfortable, reclusive. I proved it, but you already knew this. Schwetzel still gon' come through with some shit that make him clueless. Asking where the roof went, asking where the roof went. All my niggas dogs and we ain't needing that no roof, Chris. Rather have a home cooked meal by a cool witch. Rather have a hotel room by a pool dip. Rather pull up new shirt with a cruise shit. Schwetzel off the chain, who you niggas think I'm cool with? Y'all think the shit real sweet, like some cool whip. I'ma have to leave these niggas dead on some cool shit. We can pull up like Marines and get your cool hit. I ain't been around the world, I baby take a cool trip. Hey, let me heat up on the beat. So Schwetzel always stepping on some shit but got no feet. How the fuck? Asking how the fuck he do that? I ain't give a fuck, baby, all my fucking crew whack. Damn, like I'm jacked out. Like a motherfucking jack boy. I can pull up and hit him back because of that boy. Why you always talking? You ain't never speaking facts, boy. You ain't never speaking facts, boy. I had to run it back, boy. Come and hit that pack, boy. Schwetzel off the chain. Why you niggas think I'm mad, boy? Don't get slapped, boy. Back, boy. Pull up with the Mac toy. Schwetzel always hitting. Gotta have it for the fat boy. I like fat chicks, fat bitch. Hop up in my back whip. How's that Fago? All my dreams just trying to play though. I'ma shape them, mold them, move them all around. These hoes ain't on my. Hello. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, it's a fucking ugly, rainy day in Southwest Virginia. But we're back in action in this bitch. And of course, we're back in the communication station. And we've got another topic for you guys today, as always. So, of course, we're going to get right into that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't really have anything to update you guys on as far as things that are coming out. I mean, y'all know my album's about to come out. I'm just missing one piece. That's all I'm missing. And that's about it, really. That's all y'all really need to be updated on right now. Everything else kind of don't need to be talked about yet. But yeah, I'll keep y'all tapped in because I know I got some shit coming out, like shit that I've sent off to other people and stuff like that. So I'll keep y'all posted, let y'all know when all that stuff's dropping, so y'all can go and find the people's channels that you need to find and find the new shit that dropped. So today we're talking about why a lot of spiritual people are never understood until it's too late, in the game, or until after they die or some shit, or like many years later or something. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about today. Why majority of spiritual people, genuinely spiritual people, aren't understood until it's too late. So what we need to take into consideration is what be taking place in life and what a spiritual person actually, a real spiritual person, what they actually be doing, and why it will be misconstrued as a person being foolish or reckless or not understanding life or some shit like that. People will think that a spiritual person is all chaotic and they don't know what's going on, or they don't know how to correlate themselves to life and society and all that shit. And it's not even necessarily about that. Like, a spiritual person could uphold this shit if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like a truly strong spiritual individual could uphold whatever they wanted to if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But it's not necessarily about that. It's not necessarily about correlating to society and shit like that. And just the way that shit appears, that's not what life is about either. You know what I'm saying? So a truly spiritual person would never be understood for the most part until a person go through enough life experiences, real life experiences outside of what society has created, outside of what the Masons have constructed for people, outside of what the shadow government has put into place for how people need to, view things, see things, all that shit. Misa B, peace, prosperity, and protection to you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sending that right back to you as well. Amplify. You know how it comes whenever I get those energy balls sent to me. If it's some good energy that I want to send back, I just hit it with I just barely touch it, and then that's like it sends it off at like supersonic speed. Take whatever accumulation just came to me, whatever I need to keep, whatever I want to send back, put my own energy into it, and just barely touch it, and it's like right back. Same shit when somebody's sending me negative energy. There's something I want to keep from it, I keep it. If I don't want to keep anything, I just hit it with a little return to sender. Just barely fucking touch that bitch, and it's like whoom, you even hear it, whoom, and that shit hit a person. That shit come back and hit a person. Now you wondering why you can't ever fucking figure anything out and shit like that. Now you wondering why your life always going shitty every time. Don't fuck with me. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I don't even want your advice for real. That shit. That's another thing too that pertains to the title of the video. A person who's just a regular normal person going about their day-to-day life, don't have any type of spiritual system, don't have any type of concept of what life is actually about, you will notice these people will always be trying to give you advice. You know what I'm saying? And this is what a regular person wouldn't understand about a spiritual person. What you don't realize is you thinking that you helping me, you thinking that you're giving me advice, but you're going about it in the entirely wrong way. And this is the thing too. A lot of times a truly spiritual individual is building something much bigger than what it takes to just get into a job or a career or whatever it takes to get fast money. A lot of us don't even be wanting fast money like that shit, because we know at the end of the day, not all money is good money. So getting fast money all the time, it's like, okay, I already know that shit's going to be gone in 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I get it, it's gone immediately. So fast money necessarily always ain't the way. And I'm talking about situations where it comes to like jobs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing. A lot of y'all people be thinking y'all be helping spiritual individuals or people that you might not understand like that. But a lot of times your level of awareness and the advice that you give is actually more detrimental to a person than it is helpful. It be way more detrimental. And not only that, just the way that y'all approach situations, the way that y'all handle things. And not only that, y'all be focused on everything that can go wrong. Even if I know that I'm in a position where mistakes can be made at the moment, or I'm in a position where if I make certain wrong moves and shit like that, certain things can go wrong. I'm not going to be spending my time sitting here constantly being aware of what could go wrong. I'm not going to sit here and think about, oh, what if this happens? What if I miss this payment and this happens? What if, you know what I'm saying? What if my credit score gets fucked up by this? Like, I'm not going to be fixated on that type of shit. I'm going to be more fixated on what it takes to solve this problem. Or I'm going to be more focused on, damn, what if everything just works out? You know what I'm saying? What if I just perfectly time everything in the most pristine way to where everything just works out? You know what I'm saying? What if it's just positivity? What if everything goes good? You know what I'm saying? So that's where the detrimental aspect of it comes in. Y'all, the way that y'all view the world already, you're going to be focused on the problems. That's why when problems arise for y'all, even if you solve these problems and you get out of it, it's still going to be a situation where more problems are going to come. You're going to be in more situations where God in the universe, whatever you want to say, give you awarenesses as far as experiences that you experience in your life to have more situations to look at, to be like, oh, this is a problem, and I'm in this situation right now, and here's all the shit that could go wrong while I'm in this situation. So you're gonna have more examples to point at of how shit could go wrong. So you're gonna lessen the percentage level of things that you have to look at, to be like, oh, well, what if this just goes right? Like, there's all this good shit that could come out of this. Like, you're gonna lessen the percentage level of awarenesses that you're gonna be able to have to point at, that are like, oh yeah, like this could be some good shit that could come out of this. This could be what could be beneficial to come out of this. No, now you're gonna be in situations where it's like, damn, I only got like one or two ways to make this shit good. Like, the only other way it can go is really bad. All I can really look at is problems now. And that's not the type of life that I'm trying to manifest. Even to the tip of, you know what I'm saying, like getting advice from individuals. Like, that's not the life that I'm trying to manifest. So a lot of y'all will misunderstand a truly spiritual person because of shit like this. A truly spiritual person is multiple shifts ahead. Okay. So this is the thing. A spiritual person down here on earth, obviously we have all type of influences and all type of lights that we're up under at the moment. So a truly spiritual person will be living in the present. Don't get it fucked up and think that the way I'm about to break this down means that a spiritual person is just delusional because they're always focused on the future and shit like that. Like, no, we still be present, we still be aware, and we still be playing out the energies that we need to play out when certain shifts happen and when we're up under certain influences and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We still be doing all that. We still be in the present, but at the same time, what we're working on developing, the steps and the stepping stones that we're putting into place, goes multiple shifts ahead. And for certain individuals, depending upon where you're at, sometimes this shit go into your next lifetime. Sometimes you're building up shit for your next lifetime and multiple lifetimes down the line. You know what I'm saying? It's not always something that you're just like, okay, shit, I'm broke right now, so I need to be in a position where I'm trying to develop how I can get some fast money to handle these bills and shit right now in this current moment. Like, no, it's not always predicated towards shit like that. Sometimes a spiritual person will be like, okay, fuck them bills for the moment, fuck my comfortability for the moment, fuck all this for the moment. I need to put more percentage level of my energy into developing what's coming way down the line, what I can be aware of that's coming way down the line, how I can make my next lifetime better, how I can, you know what I'm saying, continue to grow and develop and expand my awareness and shit like that. That's why a lot of us don't be understood. And this is the thing about it. You see it now happening more than ever due to the connection that we have with the internet and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? What you'll start to notice is a lot of adages, aka like sayings and phrases that people came up with back in the day, or certain radio shows or certain interviews that people have had, where that person might have been completely disregarded. Society might have seen that, and for the most part, people were thinking like, man, this motherfucker is insane. He has no idea what he's talking about. Even if it come down to the tip where we're speaking on like conspiracy theorists or some shit like that. They just sit here years ahead of time and be like, this is what's going on. Like, y'all aren't aware of it, but this is what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? This is what's actually happening. And then years down the line, some government document come out, some type of evidence come out to prove that this person was actually right. And now everybody is like, oh, motherfucker wasn't actually crazy. That shit actually was going on. We just wasn't aware of it. It sounded so insane to the point where it didn't make any sense. Key point and phrase right there. Key word. It didn't make sense. It didn't make no logical sense. You didn't have no evidence. You didn't have no logical meaning and reasoning or any external thing, person, place, or thing to point at to be like, yeah, that's true. That's what's going on at the moment. But years later, life experiences, time, and shit goes on. And then it's like, okay, now it's irrefutable. Now it has no choice but to be accepted. Now it's something that is like, even if it's not on the conspiracy theory tip, just shit like what I be kicking and stuff like that. So certain levels of awarenesses and shit like that. As the world grow more and people start to expand their consciousness and shit like that, people are going to be like, wow, that shit didn't make no sense way back then. But now I realize that's really what be going on. That's really what life is about. So that's what y'all need to take into consideration if you're a regular ass person and you know that you're around certain spiritual individuals and you be judging them or disregarding them or choosing not to listen to them just because what they're saying, quote unquote, might not make sense to you at the moment. Understand, a lot of us are multiple shifts ahead. A lot of us are multiple lifetimes ahead. We're here living on earth. We're still present. We're still aware. That's why we can tell y'all in the present moment what be going on with y'all and shit like that. It just take y'all's growth to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to be able to understand it. So a person is already, and it also have to do with the spiritual age of an individual too. If you're just a more wise individual and you're older spiritually than majority of the people in your environment, that's another thing. Your mentality, your mental and emotional state of being, your internal environment is light years ahead of where a regular person would be and what they've been able to develop out of what they've been given, the sauce that they've been given, the concept that they've been given, the particles that they've been given. So you, as an older person spiritually, as a wiser individual, you might be in a situation where you have access to certain spiritual particles to build and develop your mind and your emotional state in a certain way that other people don't have access to. So, and this is the thing. A lot of people who are truly spiritual, I don't need to tell y'all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna really be affected by somebody saying like, oh, like you don't make sense. You don't even know what you're talking about. Da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, a person who really spiritual, a person who really strong like that, y'all ain't even gonna be affected by that anyways. But if you are spiritual and you are wiser than other individuals and you're still lacking on your strength or your confidence in some type of way like that, you know what I'm saying? Don't be discouraged by people telling you don't know what you're talking about, or you becoming more like reclusive or outcast type of energy or some shit like that. And people might not even want to be around you because every time that some shit comes up, you want to talk about what really be going on with that. Like, you don't want people to just sit here and be in a lower level of awareness in the way that they understand things. So shit, somebody bring up a certain topic, you're like, oh no, hold on, that's not how that is. This is actually how that is. You know what I'm saying? And you might not get listened to. People don't want to be around you now because that fuck people can't even just sit here and be dumb anymore. Like that they have no choice. When you're around, they have no choice but to be intelligent now. They have no choice but to be wiser now. They have no choice but to grow and expand in their awareness. And for a lot of individuals, that's very hard. It's a chore for them. It's like mentally and emotionally draining and exhausting for them in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the difficulty with that. People might not want to fuck with you just because of that tidbit of information right there. You might be in a position where you're not letting people be dumb anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not just even the shit that gets talked about around you. Like, you're not necessarily wanting to, you know what I'm saying? And this also depends upon your level of care and shit for other individuals and who you actually are around and shit like that. Like, for example, me, if like it's some random motherfucker that I don't know, or like I just got hired at this job and we just work together, and now you're talking about dumbass shit in front of me, like 9 times out of 10, I'll just let them have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even going to entertain that shit. I'm not going to intervene with that. You know what I'm saying? But if it's somebody that's like around me on the day to day, we start to develop a relationship together, I start to care about this person and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Now in that situation, I'm not going to allow this person to just be stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just going to allow them to be like in a position of being lesser or some shit like that in their mind and shit like that. But like I said, this can make a lot of people want to be distanced from you, because number one, it's not going to make sense to them until years later, 9 times out of 10. But it's still good to plant seeds. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the present moment, it's still good to plant seeds a lot of the time. Sometimes planting seeds in people's mind get blood on your hands, though. So take that into consideration too. The more you experience this and the more you like actually test it out, you'll know like this is the key thing. This is some shit that God had told me a long time ago. Don't help anyone who doesn't deserve it, regardless how nice they are to you, regardless of what they might help you with, regardless if they come and put $1,000 in your pocket right now, regardless of, you know what I'm saying? Don't help nobody who doesn't deserve it at the end of the day. Because if you help somebody that doesn't deserve it, you are going to experience the punishment for that. And the more that you deal with this, and the more that you can discern and recognize who does deserve it and who doesn't, the more that you put action into helping those people that don't deserve it, the harsher the punishment starts to become when you do shit like that. The punishment becomes more harsher and harsher every time. Because it's like God in the universe be like slapping you and be like, bitch, didn't you realize from the last time? Like, didn't you understand from the last time? You went broke trying to help this motherfucker out. Your life fell apart trying to help this motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? Just take that into consideration. Don't help somebody who doesn't deserve it. And if you're a spiritual person, just understand that a lot of your concepts, the way that you think, the way that you view the world will never be understood by majority of people in the present moment. It's going to take for certain catastrophic events to happen amongst the world, and certain growth and development is going to have to come to people on their own time in their own mental and emotional state of being for them to grow to realize what you were saying. So it might even take for you to be dead and gone, or it might even take for you to have separated from certain individuals and completely moved on with your life, for them to later on down the line, finally it clicked with them and they're like, oh shit, like now I see what this person was trying to do. Now I see what they were trying to tell me. Now you know what I'm saying? Now I understand. But that's what really be going on. And that's why, even if you don't want help from individuals, that's why you would never receive true help from individuals. Even if you don't want it, you know what I'm saying? People are still going to offer their help and their guidance and their advice and shit like that. But even if you don't want it, you're going to be in a situation where you're never going to receive an aspect of genuine support or an aspect of genuine help from normal individuals. When you're dealing with spiritual individuals and y'all have a spiritual relationship, that's a completely different concept. I'm just talking about you having a relationship with your mother or your sister or your family or just a normal, regular ass person. You would never receive genuine help or support from these individuals because they don't understand what you're trying to develop. They don't understand what you're doing. And not only that, the most important piece of the information is they don't understand life in general. So you are taking steps that you know is bringing benefit to you and bringing growth to you and helping you grow in the right type of direction. But from the outside looking in, from a worldly perspective, from a regular individual, it's going to seem like every decision you're making is fucking up your life even more. Every decision that you're making is holding you back and setting you back even more. Every decision that you're making is reckless and chaotic, and it don't make no sense. But that's why. This is the thing. If I was building something small, y'all would already see. I'm 24 years old now. Okay. If I was building something small, it would have already came to fruition. I'm building something that's much bigger on the scale. And a lot of other individuals who are on the same type of shit, that's what they be doing too. They be building something that's much bigger on the scale. So it take more time. It take more dedication. It take more putting in more hours. It take more showing up every day and having discipline. We could do this with a job all day for the rest of our lives. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. And if I am going to go work a job, I'm not just going to accept crumbs and go work the shittiest little job just because I know that I could go in there today and they'll offer me a job right here on the spot. You know what I'm saying? There's a very keen difference. Like y'all got to understand the energy of shit. Like if I'm in a situation where I know my worth now, right? So for me to know that there's better jobs out there that could pay me way more, but I'm feeling stressed right now because there are situations where shit could go wrong in life. I might miss my truck payment and my truck might get repoed. I might miss my rent and my house get repossessed. I might miss my mortgage payment or whatever. The fucking IRS might come down on my head and shit. Whatever may be going on, that shit may be happening at the moment, but it doesn't matter. Don't focus on the stress of the situation and allow yourself to accept lesser. You need to understand the virtue and principle and the energy of what you're putting yourself into whenever you go and do certain things, right? So by me sitting here and knowing if I just be patient and wait and talk to these certain individuals and blow up their phone and annoy them enough, I know I'll get hired at this job. But I could go take this job that pay minimum wage right now because I know if I show up right now and go in for an interview, I'll get hired at right this second. You know what I'm saying? But understand the virtue and principle of that. You are putting yourself in a lesser category. That's the type, like, I know this shit ain't gonna make a lot of sense to a lot of y'all, but that at the end of the day, that's what you're doing. You're putting yourself in the aspect of saying, okay, I know that my time is worth this much, but I'm going to lower myself and be willing to accept this shitty position at this shitty job with this shitty pay rate that I can barely even buy fucking groceries off of this check, much less pay these goddamn bills off of this check. You know what I'm saying? When you go and put yourself in a position like that, it's going to make other things in your life start to crumble because it's like, depending upon how you've set things up in your life, you're going to be in a situation where accepting that lesser shit and lowering yourself to that position is going to make you not worthy of deserving the shit that you've already been developing that puts you in a more higher octave state or puts you in a more state of being worth more, deserving more, accepting and receiving more and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So now you're like, okay, now I'm going to lower myself and put myself in this position. And now that's when you're going to start to see other shit crumble that don't even seem like it has anything to do with you going and working that specific job that you're at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, this is the thing. Y'all might not think that all this shit is tied together like this, but it is. Everything is like a domino effect. The shit that seems so minuscule and seem like it wouldn't make that much of a difference be sometimes some of the most important shit. So like, even right now, I'll tell y'all a little bit about my own situation right now. Right now, I don't have a job. Okay. Now there's a very high paying job that just called me yesterday. Right. And I've been trying to get onto this job, not trying, I am getting on this job. I've been in the process of getting hired at this job for the last week or so, right? Now, I could continue to be patient and wait for that, or I could go and get me a job somewhere paying fucking shitty little percentage levels of money. But if I did that, I would be in a situation where it crumbled everything else. Like this is the thing. I'm in the process of getting on this job, right? People in my regular life and shit like that are telling me like, oh my God, all this shit can go wrong. Like you're about to lose everything. Like you're about to this and that. But it's like, I've experienced this shit enough to know me going and putting myself in a position to accept less is it's gonna fuck up everything else that I have going on. Like yeah, y'all wouldn't even understand this shit. Like just by me going to do some shit like that, it might be a situation pop up where my fucking vehicle get broken into and I start to lose possessions. It might be a situation where my house get broken into and I start to lose possessions. I start to lose what I've accumulated. You know what I'm saying? Based upon what I deserve and shit like that. So yeah, I'm going through I'm going through some hardship in my life right now. I got to keep it 100 with y'all. Like, I can't sit here and fucking operate off fallacy. Like, I'm going through some very difficult times right now. But people be thinking that they're trying to help me, but meanwhile, all you're doing is sitting here telling me everything that could go wrong. And you're sitting here telling me that I need to lower myself and lower my worth and go here and work the most shittiest job that pay the base level minimum wage. And that is what's going to help me out of my problem. Like, y'all don't understand life like that. I've been through this shit enough times to know what's going on now. Every time that I've been in a situation where I have built myself up and I've upgraded myself to a certain position, even if I was working a job at the time that paid a lot more than certain other jobs. If I ended up losing that job and I got stressed out about my rent or whatever payment that I needed to make, and I went and worked a fucking minimum wage job or some shitty position where they just talk to me like I'm shit all day and treat me like a slave and tell me I need to do this and do that and make all type of fucking demands out of me and shit, everything falls apart. Y'all don't understand this shit, bro. Even if I was to go and get a job today, certain other shit would start falling apart. I've man, I've lost everything multiple times. I've built myself up to the position where I've had houses, I've had cars, I've built myself up to the position where I've had my own apartments. I've done everything the quote unquote right way. But the moment that I lose a job, get fired, accidentally miss too many days or some shit, and then I get stressed because I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta make this house payment. I gotta continue living here. I gotta have somewhere to stay. I gotta make sure I keep my car and shit like that. The moment I get stressed and start going and working at fucking Bella's Pizza or some dumbass shit, that's the moment that I start to lose everything. I wouldn't have lost everything if I'd have just been patient and waited. You know what I'm saying? That's how this shit play out, because I've had situations where I have been patient and waited, and I see the benefit of that. I see the proof in the pudding. I see, you know what I'm saying? I see benefit from that. I don't see no benefit in lowering myself and starting to take steps backwards, because that's what that is at the end of the day. Me lowering myself and put myself in a shittier position than I know what I'm deserving at the moment. That's taking steps backward. That starts to renege all the growth that I've developed over these last few months to years. You know what I'm saying? It renege all of that shit. And now I actually am in a position where I'm losing everything and I can't accumulate shit no more. And I start feeling like I have all type of blockages and shit like that again. It's because of shit like that. And y'all regular people would never understand that, because y'all are so societal minded. Y'all can play out the exact same energy of what I just spoken about and still receive benefit, and still your life don't necessarily fall all the way apart just by you going and lowering yourself and going back to work at Hardee's or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's different for us, but this is what be going on when you have the right type of mind state. You have the right type of emotional state. It seemed like everything is working against you. It seemed like you only getting what you don't want and nothing of what you do want. But just understand, your attitude is going to create more of what you're putting out. Whatever it is that you're putting out is what you're going to get more back of. So just focus on what you do want to do. Focus on how you can grow. Focus on keeping yourself in the exact same energy that you've been on. Have a good attitude. Be grateful for the shit that do come to you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And when shit seem like it's not working out, or it seem like shit is going against you in some type of way or some shit like that, change the way you view that. Laugh at it. Genuinely laugh at it. Smile at it. Like, it's like, man, like, shit, y'all think y'all can fuck with me or something? Like, y'all, like, man, this is just simple. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is simple. And every time you see something that might appear like a low point coming back to you, just change the perspective. Like, shit, that ain't a low point to me no more. That ain't even difficult. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even difficult. That's something I could get through in a matter of seconds. That's something I could get through in a matter of weeks. That's, you know what I'm saying? Just change your perspective on it, and you're going to have more situations where you don't have to necessarily deal with the hardship aspect of it. And if you do deal with some hardship, because I mean, fuck, we deal with a lot of suffering down here on earth. We deal with a lot of bullshit. Sometimes random shit just be happening. You know what I'm saying? And random things be fucking up sometimes, and weird shit be going on. You know, but don't take it personally. Don't eat yourself up over this shit. Don't toss and turn in bed all night being like, fuck, man, like, why did that have to happen? Like, I'm so pissed off. Why did it have to happen that way? Like, why couldn't it have just went this way and da 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 da? Like, no, realize, okay, it is what it is. You know, shit happens. All I can do is repair, rebuild, and fucking keep going. Maybe my foundation wasn't strong enough. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be. So don't be afraid to start over, because it happened like that sometimes. We grow through what we go through, no doubt. Yeah, for sure. We totally do. Well, I don't even say most. Some of us do. Some of us do. Some people go through shit and they allow that to stifle them for the rest of their life, or they just be bitter at the world and shit for the rest of their life or some shit, and end up being some old hag somewhere, fucking all pissed off and telling fucking goddamn little fucking kids and shit, get off my yard. See them petunias? You see them petunias right there? I've been growing those petunias since 1976. Get out my yard, boy. Yeah, you don't want to be the old hag who always pissed off all the time. You don't want to be the old fucking man who fucking pissed off all the time. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that. And you infinitely don't want to be a person my age who is already bitter. Like you for sure don't want to be that. Like you don't want to be a person that's my age, 24 years old, and you already bitter. You already upset with life just because certain shit may have happened. Like in your upbringing, you might have gotten abused. You might have gotten treated wrong. If you're a female, you might have got treated wrong by some type of male that was in your environment or some shit. Your mom's boyfriend, your fucking stepdad, some weird ass shit. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all be ending up being bitter about this shit. And it's, you know, why are you bitter at 24 years old? Like, we still supposed to be like, this is a fucked up thing about it too, because I feel like I be seeing a lot of y'all sometimes who are like my age, who are just bitter and shit like that. Or y'all are just like emotionless and like super dry and shit like that. Like we're at the age, we're 24. I was always under the impression that you're supposed to still be like hopeful and shit like that at 24. Like that was always the impression that I had based on life. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think you was supposed to really start getting like really fucking really bitter and shit like that till you about like 40, 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, in my consideration, shit, we still youngins out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought we were supposed to be hopeful for a while. You know what I'm saying? I thought, and now you got people, even in generation before me, people who's like teenagers and shit right now. You got certain people from that generation that's already bitter. Like, I know people fucking 11, 12 years old who is already just like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Use no words to explain that, but it's just, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That always turning their nose up and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I get that, like, that's a teenage attitude, but I didn't really see that shit much whenever I was coming up. Like, I didn't really see a lot of people like that aside from just like certain bitchy females and shit like that who just want to be weird and stuff. But you know what I'm saying? I didn't see that a lot whenever I was growing up. Okay, my fault. I was looking at a message. But yeah, I forgot my shit's dead. I don't want to plug it up right now. I don't want to take a chance of fucking having the computer die. Last time I was here, my goddamn battery in my vehicle died. I need a new battery right now. My battery in my fucking vehicle died, and I had to sit here and wait for somebody to come and jump me off due to me sitting here working on shit all day. You know what I'm saying? Had the fucking computer hooked up, had my phone charging the whole day, and I forgot to like check on it and make sure, you know what I'm saying, make sure wasn't nothing fucking dying or nothing. But yeah, tried to leave, start up my car. I was like, fuck, man. So yeah, I ended up having to get somebody to jump my ass off from out of here and get me moved around. I think I'm just gonna leave this area though. Like, realistically, if this job don't call me back in the next like week or so, I'm gonna still be blowing up their phone every day. But if they don't call me back in like a week or so, I'm just gonna leave from here. There ain't shit keeping me here no more. I'm just gonna leave from here and I'm just gonna go somewhere else. Go fucking, I don't know where yet. But yeah, I'm just gonna go somewhere else and fucking start over, bro. Because I'm just tired of it. I can't hold you. I'm just tired of it. I'm still hitting dead ass vapes. Like, why am I sitting here fucking trying to chief a vape that ain't even turned on? Like, they both dead. I'm sitting here trying to chief both of them while they dead. But yeah, so that's the situation. I'm about to just move my ass somewhere else. I ain't even about to fucking be at where I'm at no more. I'm tired of it. Everybody playing fucking weird ass games. Everybody doing weird ass shit. I experienced some shit last night that made me feel the most amount of disgust that I've probably ever felt in my entire life. Like, genuinely. I experienced some shit last night, and it was supposed to be, this is the fucked up part about it. It was supposed to be something that was helpful. It was supposed to be something that I should have been grateful for. It was supposed to be something that should have been good for me. You know what I'm saying? But, and I'm not going to give too much details, but it was supposed to be something that was going to be good for me. And a person, quote unquote, helping me out. I go and see what I'm working with. Like I said, I'm not going to give too much context clues, but I go to see what I'm working with, open the shit up. And I felt like, I don't even know, man. Like, I just felt the most amount of disgust ever. Like now I feel like people is intentionally playing with me now. Like, man, I damn near want to tell y'all exactly what happened. Damn near. But I don't think this space necessarily need to be used for me just coming on here and venting about my problems. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever I'm going through at the moment. Because I am going through some shit at the moment. I can't even, you know what I'm saying? I can't act like I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I am going through some shit at the moment, but I don't want that to be what this page is about and shit. You know, I don't want to just get on here and vent about whatever fucking issues I'm going through at the moment. But yeah, if I gave y'all more context, y'all would understand what I'm talking about. And maybe even, you know, maybe I need to hear it from somebody else to make myself think like, okay, I'm not tripping about this. So, you know, if you're somebody who knows me personally, maybe you can DM me and we can talk about this shit. But the energy that I got from the situation, it was just like a cruel joke, like a really fucking cruel joke, like a really fucking cruel joke. I almost cried over this shit. I was sitting here looking at what I got, and I almost cried over this shit. Like that's how hurt it made me. Like I felt disgusted. I felt betrayed. I felt like set up. Like I don't know. That's like the energy I got from it. And it really fucking hurt me. I was trying to comprehend, like, okay, am I overthinking this? Like, am I tripping right now? Like, am I overthinking this and making it out to be something that it's not, or is this what's actually going down? And the more time that goes on, the more I'm like, damn, like I can't come up with any other, you know what I'm saying? I can't come up with any other meaning and reasoning why somebody would do to me what they did to me, other than if they're trying to fucking play with me. Like, it was just really fucked up, man. Like it was really fucked up. It just don't make no sense. Like why the I almost said what happened. I almost said what happened, but shit just don't make no sense, man. Like, I don't know. I get tired of the bullshit, bro. Like I'm trying, like, I'm working so hard to not just be a cynical ass person right now, because it's like, bro, I've done been played with so much across this lifetime. Like, I've done been played with so much, lied to, finessed, fucking all types of shit. I done been played with so much that I can't, like, I don't know. The only people that I think are genuine are the people who's been genuine to me. Like, I don't know, man. So now I don't be thinking that like everything a person says or does is some kind of way that they're trying to play with me or some shit like that. But I'm beginning to fucking get like that. But I still have to stay balanced and peep game of my situations themselves and how things get expressed, because like I would hate to think that a person is trying to play with me and they're not. You know what I'm saying? Because that would kind of make me feel bad. Because, shit, it hurt my feelings if I'm trying to be genuine with a motherfucker and they thinking that I'm playing with them or something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it would kind of hurt my feelings if I write a motherfucker off and then come to find out like, oh, this was shit, damn near one of the most genuine people you ever gonna meet, and you just thought they were playing with you because they didn't necessarily know how to express that in the right type of way or some shit, you know? But who knows, bro? Who knows? We won't ever fucking figure it out until the rubber meets the road. That's why I usually don't come to any harsh conclusions until, you know what I'm saying? Until I just have that knowing sense within, or until I see something that shows me. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I just get that knowing sense from within, and my intuition just be telling me like, stay the fuck away from these individuals. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't be around these people. Don't give them any consideration. Don't give them any fucking piece of your energy at all. And yeah. I just need to stick to that. I just need to stick to that. I don't need none of y'all to tell me shit. I just had to figure that out in my own mind real quick. Like, I already know what be going on. Like, I already know what be going on. It's clear. You know what I'm saying? It's very clear. Like, you know, it's just weird, man. I can't even. It's just weird. I just dealt with so much weirdness lately, bro. Like once I started to like understand how life was and what people were doing and how people were moving and shit like that, and like fully understand their entire psychology from a spiritual sense, now I just be experiencing weird shit. Like everything that happened, it's like it. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. That's the only word that I can use for it. Like, motherfuckers just be on weirdo shit now. Like, it seemed like the world got the sense that, okay, now Schwetzel understand what people is doing now. So now let's try to throw him off now. Now that you know what people is doing, now let's try to throw him off. Now we gonna do the same shit, but we gonna do it in the most weird ways that it can possibly be done. So, for example, you have a situation where you don't have a way to cook anything right now, right? You don't have a microwave, you don't have an air fryer, you don't have a oven, you don't have a nothing like that. And then somebody sends you like some frozen fried chicken or some shit that have to be cooked on the oven, or have to be cooked in a fucking grease, or have to be microwaved, or have to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit that be going on. Like, that's the type of weird shit that I be experiencing. Like, a person know damn well that you ain't got no way to cook anything. Like, you don't even have nowhere to go and lay your head down at nighttime or something, right? And this person knows this. This person is very aware of this, right? They know that you ain't been having a place to stay. they know that you ain't been, you know what I'm saying? They know that you've been just riding around or some shit, right? All of a sudden, they want to help you out with some food because they know that you broke right now and you probably ain't ate since last Sunday, right? Uh, so they offer their help, but what they come and drop off to you is 7 pounds of frozen steaks or a whole big ass bag of fucking crispy chicken tenders that are frozen that ain't been cooked yet that have to be cooked in the grease. Like, that's just an example, but like that's like a fucking slap in the face, bro. Like that is literally like a slap in the face. And that's just an example, you know what I'm saying? But still, like, damn near take that shit literally. You know what I'm saying? Damn near take that shit literally. Cause that is literally to the T the type of weird shit that I've been experiencing lately. Like, a person will know your life is fucked up right now. And they'll do some shit saying they're trying to help you. But it's like, you know, I don't even have no way to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't even have no way to sauce up what you just gave to me. Like, I'm eating frozen steaks now. I'm going to eat frozen chicken tenders. Like, I don't even have a microwave. I don't have a way to heat the shit up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, just take it as an example, but also take it literally at the same time. Because this is exactly the type of weird shit I be going through. Like, people will know certain shit. Be very aware of certain shit. Act like they're trying to help you. And then do some shit like that. Be like, oh yeah, you hungry? I know you haven't ate since last Sunday. I know you ain't had no money since last Sunday. The last time I seen you eat was last Sunday. You ain't ate any food in almost a whole week at all. Not a single bite. Okay? Let me come and help you out. But the way I'm gonna help you out, and I feel like a motherfucker low-key be giggling about the shit too. Like, that's how fucked up the weird shit that I've been going through lately is too. Like, I damn near be feeling like niggas be giggling about this shit. Like it's funny time or some shit. So yeah, they act like they coming to help you out. Yet they drop off a bunch of fucking frozen chicken tenders and a bunch of frozen steaks. Knowing damn well you ain't gonna have no way to cook that. Knowing damn well, like, you can't even go into a gas station these days and ask them to use their microwave. Like, knowing damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, knowing damn well all of that. Knowing damn well, even if you do have a place to stay for the night, the people that you at's house is fucking flunked out to the max degree. And they know this. So they know that you trying to cook that food in this person's house will be an issue. They know that. You know what I'm saying? They know that it's not just that simple to just be able to pull up any fucking where and cook your goddamn steaks and your frozen chicken tenders. Or let me give y'all another example of just the weird shit that be going on. Another motherfucker will sit here and try to help you out monetarily wise or some shit, right? So a person want to hang out with you. They know that you're in a rough situation right now or some shit, right? And you got a vehicle, so you come and scoop them up, right? And they're like, they do the same thing. Okay, I'll buy you some food from McDonald's or Taco Bell or whatever, because I know you going through some shit right now, and we ain't seen each other for years, and we want to be homeboys and all this shit. Let me go and buy you food. I want to help you out. Genuinely. I just want to help you out. That's all I want. I don't want, you ain't got to pay me back. I don't want nothing in return. I just want to help you out because I know you going through some shit right now. Okay, that's fine. So you go to actually kick it with this motherfucker, right? Cause shit, you don't need no help, but you know damn well shit has been hard lately and shit, man. Yeah, I haven't actually eaten since fucking last Sunday. I've fucking been involuntarily fasting for the last week and shit. So you know all this is going on. So you like, okay. And also I haven't seen this person in a long ass time. So let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's do this. So you go and link up with this individual, right? And in the essence of being a benevolent helper, they, you know, pay for your gas in your truck, put oil in your truck, buy you food, buy you something to drink, smoke some weed with you. You drink your liquor with them and shit. So it's still not just empty, you know what I'm saying? You still giving shit to them too. But regardless, even if you wasn't, this person offered to help you. You didn't, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't on your knees begging or no shit like that. This person just offering to help you. They see the situation that you in right now, and they just quote unquote genuinely want to help you, right? So as the night goes on, you're just driving around, wheeling back roads and shit like that, just cruising and hanging out and shit, right? So now this person passed like a location where they know of, or this person, you guys pass somebody's house that y'all both know, right? Or some shit like that. Pass somebody's house y'all don't y'all both know, and this person is like, turn right here. Uh, we want to go up by Caleb's house or some shit, right? We want to go up by Caleb's house, or I want to go up by Caleb's house. So turn this way. And you're like, but I know what Caleb does. I know the type of shit that Caleb is into. That shit ain't necessarily good for Schwetzel, for me to be around Caleb. I don't necessarily want to go around Caleb. We're not going right. I'm going to continue going left. Right? And then this when a motherfucker will get upset and be like, oh, well, I've given you all this money tonight. I put gas in your truck. I put oil in your truck. I went and took you to get food, and you can't even take me up here. That's how you know when you receiving some more bullshit, ungenuine shit. Because this is the thing. Just because you're helping me out at the moment, the agreement was not you put gas in my truck, you put oil in my truck, I'll take you wherever the fuck you want to go in the 7 seas. That was never the agreement. That was never talked about. That was never understood. This is still my vehicle. Like, this is still my virtue and principle. This is still my boundary. I'm not going to go around these certain type of individuals. I know what they're into. That's not good for me. That's detrimental to my growth right now. I'm not going to show up to this location. I'm not going to drive all the way out here because whatever reason, it don't even matter. It's my fucking property. It's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's how I'm correlating shit. So a person doing some shit like that and then being like getting mad at you or giving you some type of nasty energy or some type of negative energy about you just because, oh, now you think you too good or something. You don't want to take me wherever the fuck I want to go when I just gave you all this money and da 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 and this and that. Bitch, shit is fake. Shit is fake as fuck. So that's the type of weird shit that be going on, really. What's up, Famous Milo? And what's up, Trey, in the motherfucking chat? Shit, everything is good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everything is good. I ain't never seen an issue or a problem that I couldn't solve in my entire fucking life. I ain't never seen a blockage. I ain't never seen a fucking dark cloud. I ain't never seen a burden. I ain't never seen a fucking thorn in my side. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I don't even know what that is. For real. I don't even know what suffering is. That sounds like some shit that y'all made up so that y'all could play out hell down here on earth and still be satisfied with it. Because it's like, oh yeah, God want us to suffer. Like, nah, bitch. I don't know about none of that shit. I ain't never heard of that before. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that concept is. I only learned that when I came to earth. For real. I only learned that shit when I came to earth. You know? But had a best friend named Caleb. Hell yeah. I don't really know anybody named Caleb for real. I just use that name as an example because I almost slipped up and said the person's actual name there for a second. But yeah, man, shit ain't genuine no more, bro. Shit ain't genuine no more, bro. And the people who are on the side of playing out disingenuine energies, when you start to be less susceptible to being manipulative, that's when they'll try stupid ass tactics like this and try doing weird ass shit to you. You know what I'm saying? So like I told you before, a person who is quote unquote helping you, low key don't want to help you unless they're benefiting from it in some type of way. So even if they aren't benefiting from it, you'll still have certain individuals who will quote unquote try to help you based upon y'all's relationship or the name and title that they have. This person is your mother. This person is your sister. This person is your grandmother or some shit like this. You know what I'm saying? but it's never genuine because they're missing their piece of the pie. They're not getting, you know what I'm saying? If they're not getting something out of it, it don't matter. And same thing with just regular people. If they're not family or some shit like that, if y'all got a little bit of a relationship and they want to act like they're trying to help you out or some shit like that, it'll be a situation where, okay, now it's like, okay, we see Schwetzel can't really necessarily be manipulated like that. So now we got to try to attack him in the most weird ass ways that we possibly can. So that way we might be able to confuse him in his mind a little bit, and then we'll be able to jump on and latch on and be able to do whatever we want to do with this energy. You know what I'm saying? That's what it be seeming like to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the energy that I get from this shit. It's like, okay, now that and even like I'm just talking on like an individual level, how a person would think or some shit like that, even if they are or are not being influenced by other spirits that aren't in bodies, like that shit don't even matter right now. I'm just talking about on a individual level. A person would think like, damn, like they'll be in the situation and they be, even if they consciously aren't trying to manipulate a person, sometimes that's what they be doing subconsciously. So they might not even be consciously aware of it. And this might not even be like a conscious train of thought or a dialogue that they actually have in their mind. Go watch my past videos on your 3 states of consciousness for me to be able to tell y'all that I can develop shit based on another person's unconscious awareness. I could see the space that a person's in at the moment and be able to develop the shit that they would be picking up on unconsciously and subconsciously all the way down to consciously, to be able to have it sewn up and be a fucking quote unquote psychic and kind of see where they coming from or see how they thinking at the moment, or you know what I'm saying, or what's leading them to express certain shit. So you have a situation where you're dealing with a person like that who might not even be consciously trying to manipulate you or some shit like that, but the space that they in just like allows for certain influences to be had, certain things to go on, or that's just what their whole prerogative is, but they're just not consciously aware of it right now at the moment. So they might not even be trying to manipulate you, but a person like this will be sitting here, like I said, even if it's not a conscious dialogue, it's still from the space that they're in at the moment, what they're actually developing. So it could become an actual internal dialogue or an actual train of thought, a frequency, whatever you want to say. But at the moment, it might just still be in the unconscious and it ain't fully developed like that. But you're still gonna predicate towards your unconscious and subconscious awareness. Even if you don't know what you're doing consciously, you're still gonna be expressing and moving based upon what you're developing from your subconscious and unconscious awareness. So that's what you're going to be building things based off of. So when you can dissect and completely pinpoint what space a person is in at the moment, it's going to allow you to see what they have going on. They're not going to be able to fuck with you. So a person will pick up on this energy. They're going to be in a situation where they're trying to manipulate you, even if it's not consciously. They're trying to manipulate you or get over on you or give you some sense of disingenuine help or some shit, hoping that they can get whatever they can get out of it, hoping you'll take them and drive them around wherever the fuck they want to go for the next night, hoping that hoping sometimes that you stop asking them for help and shit like that. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying? So low key, they be thinking like, low key, hopefully if I just do this weird ass shit to confuse this person or some shit like that, like yeah, maybe they'll just stop asking me for help now and I don't have to deal with that no more. Maybe they'll just, you know what I'm saying, because I ain't getting nothing out of it. Even if this person is my son or daughter, even if this person is my brother or sister, you know what I'm saying, like I'm not getting out of it, so I'm not getting nothing out of it, so there's not necessarily any reason for me to be helping this person. Maybe if I start doing this weird shit that can confuse him in his mind, he'll stop asking me for help. Same shit with the other situation that I gave y'all, as far as a person expecting you to fucking ride them around all night or some shit like that. They give them an inch, they try to take a mile and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So same shit will be going on in that situation. A person will notice like early on when you start coming around them, like, oh shit, how I'm able to get over on other individuals ain't necessarily going to work with this person. Like, this person is way more aware. This person has way more strength. Like, they're not just going to, I'm not just going to be able to say some shit and kind of make them scared or some shit or put pressure on the situation and they're just going to fold. Like, this person is way different. I got to come up with a different type of tactic now. So that's when you'll see them start trying to siphon through all the different means of how they can attack you. So for example, the person who is in the truck with you, who gave you some gas money or whatever, saying they wanted to help you out and shit, and you just riding around with them and smoking weed and having fun and shit like that, right? You dealing with this person. But y'all passed that house, like I told y'all, Caleb lived there. You don't want to go fuck with Caleb. Your homeboy do want to go fuck with Caleb, though. You know what I'm saying? So now your homeboy is pissed off because he feel like you owe him to be able to take him wherever he want to go. Because at the beginning of the night, let's not forget, he the one who paid for the food. He the one who put the oil in the truck. He the one who put the gas money in the truck. Okay? So now this person gonna feel like you owe them to be able to take them wherever the fuck they want to go. Show up to anybody's house, do whatever the fuck they want to do, pull up to wherever. The night is still young. It don't end till I say it end and shit like that. They gonna feel like you owe them that now. You get what I'm saying? And don't let anybody ever put that type of pressure on you. Don't ever let a motherfucker feel like you owe them something unless it was agreed upon when y'all came into the situation. It was already talked about, and that's what y'all agreed to. You agree, okay, if I receive this level of help from you, you're going to get this level of return from it. You get what I'm saying? If that wasn't discussed before the situation occurs, and now motherfuckers is trying to shift and change shit in the middle of the situation, don't ever let a motherfucker get that type of over on you. Don't ever let a motherfucker think that they can have anything from that. Do not. That is one of the most important moments when you need to not shake. You get what I'm saying? Not shake. Don't. I just seen a bitch that I didn't want to see, man. The sweaty in this shit, and he growing like a tree. Yeah, I seen a hoe. Matter of fact, ain't a bitch, a hoe and a bitch, a hitch, a hitch that I didn't want to see. But anyways, that is some of the most important shit that you will ever realize in your life. If it wasn't agreed about beforehand and you're in the middle of the situation and now a person is trying to change the situation and change what they get from you, or you know what I'm saying? Or even if it was a situation where they just said they wanted to help you, now they're expecting certain shit from you when they told you beforehand, like, you don't owe me nothing. You don't have to do anything to receive this help. You don't have to. When you in the situation now and they want to change that, please do not give these motherfuckers a single inch with that shit, bro. And when you don't is when you're going to see it start to act out on a more extreme level. You get what I'm saying? So for example, a person will do some shit like the example that I was just talking about. That now you pass Caleb's house. He want to go to Caleb's house. You still don't want to go to Caleb's house, right? He trying to be like, oh man, come on, like just 5 minutes. Like, bitch, I don't want to be around Caleb, okay? So you telling this motherfucker no, and you being really firm on it and shit. So now they're like, oh fuck, like I realize now, like I see the level of awareness this person has. I see the level of strength that this person has. I'm not gonna be able to fuck with this person like that. Now I need to be in extreme now. That's exactly. And the more that you go through experiences like this, and the more that you actually stand on business and stand on virtue and principle and be strong and not get shook like that, the more you gonna see how these people will try to play this shit out in the most extreme levels. And I'll give y'all some tidbits of information how you can apply pressure back to make this person like kind of shut up or go silent or damn near want to run away, right? So, for example, now that y'all passed Caleb's house, this person is pissed off at you now because it's like, oh, you don't want to go to Caleb's house. All right. So now you see that they're sitting over there kind of angry, and they see that it didn't work when they was like, well, I gave you money at the beginning of the night. You're supposed to be able to take me wherever the fuck I want to go now. And you like, nah, that's not how this shit is going to work. Like, yeah, I appreciate you helping me out. We didn't agree to that. I'm not about to change this shit up just for you, just because you helped me in some type of way. And I'm damn sure not going around Caleb, because that's not what I want. The moment you've already expressed that, now this person is going to sit back on their side of the vehicle for a few minutes and be like, they're going to be frustrated. It's probably going to come deal with a lot of heavy emotion and shit like that. But they're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, this pisses me off. I really want to go to fucking Caleb's house, and this motherfucker is not allowing me to manipulate them. They don't care about the money that I just gave them. They don't care about the fucking, you know what I'm saying? They probably didn't even need that shit anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously, otherwise this person would have been begging me for it. So they didn't even need it that bad. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted somebody to hang out with or some shit like that. Or they didn't care about even hanging out with nobody. And it just happened this way. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be over there getting pissed off and shit like that, and going through their mind trying to figure out how can they approach the situation to be able to get what they want out of it, right? So the more time goes on, if you continue being in this environment with this individual, I'm not talking about weeks, months, and years. I'm not even talking about days. I'm just talking about like a time frame of a couple of hours. You'll see this shit play out depending upon your level of strength and not letting people fuck with you, being unfuckwittable. You know what I'm saying? So now this person is going to start to express all type of other shit. They're going to start to express some type of anger and shit like that, or some type of being disappointed in you, and try to guilt trip you into going over there to Caleb's house, which you know you don't want to go to. They going to try to pull that shit first. The way that it usually happens for me is usually they'll try to guilt trip you first and be like, man, like I really just want to go to Caleb's house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or try to beg you or make you feel bad with I've given you all this money and da 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 da. And then they'll hit some shit where they'll come up on some anger, knowing damn well they don't want to fight though. This is the thing too that y'all need to figure out about certain things. Knowing damn well they don't want to fight though. You know what I'm saying? So you'll have a situation where a person will get pissed off. They'll start trying to do weird shit, start trying to fuck with you, like try to grab your vape out of your hand, try to take your hat off of your head or some shit like that. Be strong. Don't let these people fucking play with you like that, bro. Don't let these people play with you like that. You need to show a motherfucker some energy. Like, don't fucking play about what is sacred to me, especially when it comes to this hat. I've built a level of sacredness around this hat in and of itself. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever is important and whatever is special to you, they'll start trying to fuck with that. They'll start trying to like do some dumbass shit where they'll like maybe try to swerve your fucking wheel when you driving or some shit, and just start picking at you. Start trying to take your hat off. Start trying to pull your fucking vape out of your hand when you're trying to smoke, or trying to talk over you every time you're saying something. Make sure you attack that shit immediately. Make sure you attack that shit immediately. Don't let a motherfucker play with you. Don't get weak, and don't get intimidated by a level of anger that they might be showing at the moment, because this is what will happen a lot of the time too. Because for me, I don't play that shit. So a person start fucking with me like that, I'll stop my vehicle in the middle of the road or some shit and be like, what's up, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this is how it'll play out. Like, a person will play out anger. And I've even had situations where a person be trying to act all tough and act angry or some shit like that. And then they'll like open up the truck door, for example, and like while I'm driving, and act like they're trying to hop out or some shit like that. And I'll come to a complete stop in the middle of the fucking road. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. And I'll be like, I'll look a motherfucker dead in their eyes. What's good, bro? Like, what's up with you, for real? And I'm just very firm and strong anyways. So I've had certain people whenever I apply that pressure like that and be like, what the fuck is up? Like, what you really trying to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you really trying to do, bitch? You know what I'm saying? Whenever I apply that pressure, 9 times out of 10, a person will be like, oh, nothing's wrong. Like, I'm trying to figure out what's up with you. Like, you sound mad or some shit like that. Da 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 da. Like, no, I'm sitting here laughing low key. Like, I'm sitting here laughing low key because I'm peeping everything you're doing. But like I said, a lot of times that anger be a fallacy, and don't don't get it fucked up. You know, there are certain individuals who will play out a percentage level of anger and aggression or super masculine type of energy, and they will be ready to fight your ass. They will be ready to fucking swing gloves or whatever the fuck you want to say. You know what I'm saying? So don't think that, oh, you need to apply that pressure to every single situation. Like, shit, if you know this person want to fight and you know deep down that you don't want to fight this motherfucker, like, just, you know what I'm saying, go and drop their ass off somewhere and fucking, you know what I'm saying, don't deal with it, or leave them on the side of the road or some type of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't necessarily need to attack every situation like that. But majority of the time, a person who is showing that anger and aggression and showing like they bout it like that or some shit, when you show like you're not gonna be able to intimidate me, when you show that you're not going to be able to confuse me, you're not going to be able to get what you want out of this situation, you're not going to be able to manipulate me, and you show them that same level of bitch, I'm not playing around right back, like 9 times out of 10, 90% of people are going back down, because 90% of people aren't really, like, they don't even want to fight. They don't even really want to take it that far. What they be trying to do is utilize the tactic of utilizing that anger and aggression to intimidate you in some type of way and make you feel anxious and nervous and scared, and make that be your emotional state of being. That way it knock you off your pivot. That way you ain't thinking right. And that way they can take those advances and steps. Because like I've told y'all before, everything happened from moment to moment. Like from moment to moment. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like everything literally happened from moment to moment. So if I can sit here and I can scare you and I can intimidate you, or I can make you nervous in some type of way, and that is your vibration now, that's how you're vibrating, it's going to knock you off your mental pivot. You're not going to have the opportunity to think correctly. So now I can take the moment to moment that happens after I've shifted your vibration, I've changed your emotional state of being, and therefore changed how you're thinking about shit, the thought forms that get birthed. Now I can take that. I can take that opportunity right there. And the next moment to moment that comes after that, I can start being able to do whatever the fuck I want. It could be a situation where you scare somebody and intimidate them and then be like, hey, bro, let me see your gun real quick. Or, hey, bro, let me see your phone real quick. Or, hey, bro, let me see that bag of weed real quick. And this is just take that as an example. That's just some more like street shit or some shit like that. Like, that ain't necessarily everything that be happening in life. Everybody ain't got a gun. Everybody ain't got a bag of weed all the time. You know what I'm saying? But you could intimidate somebody and then the very next moment be like, hey, let me see that real quick. And this is how a lot of people be getting robbed, because a motherfucker will come along, intimidate them, got them in the anxiousness and worrying and being scared type of energy, even if they know or don't know that this person could beat their ass or not. They'll come in and they've got this motherfucker washed and shifted off of that shit. So very next moment, now it's like, hey man, let me see that weed bag real quick. Let me smell that weed bag. Let me smell the weed you working with. Let me see that gun. That's a cool looking gun. Let me see that shit. And then a person's so scared at the moment that they're not even thinking clearly. Like, what's gonna happen if I hand this motherfucker my whole weed bag? I got a whole ounce here. What's gonna happen if I hand this motherfucker my loaded gun right here in my hands? Like, a person ain't gonna be thinking, or a person ain't even gonna have the internal strength now to be like, bitch, you ain't, like, no, what the fuck? Like, bitch, you're not taking my fucking bag of weed. Like, bitch, I'm not handing you my fucking gun. Like, I'm not giving you my fucking phone. Like, I don't know you like that. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is you on? The intimidation is going to knock you out of that. You're not even going to be able to grasp that anymore. You're not even going to be able to be in a concept where you can even combat it. 9 times out of 10, if a person is able to intimidate you like that, and then they want to take advantage of you right after it, that's where the opportunity is at. They've already shifted your whole paradigm. They've shifted your fucking mentality. They've shifted your emotional state of being. Now you're all scared. Now you can't have strength if you're scared at the same time. You get what I'm saying? Well, I guess you can. That's kind of where courage come into play and shit like that, I guess. But you know what I'm saying? 99% of the time, if you can get a motherfucker intimidated, you can get whatever the fuck you want to out of them. Because they're not going to be they're not going to have the headspace. It's going to be too much clouded by being worried about getting their ass kicked right now, or worried about, oh, this person's so much bigger than me, and oh my God, they can show this level of aggression and shit like that. You're not going to have your mind is going to be too clouded at that point. So if this person is quick, they're quick-witted and shit like that, and they realize what they're doing with the manipulation, they can take those opportunities that happen right after that to be able to make you do whatever the fuck they want you to do, because you're not going to have the space internally. You're not going to have the space internally to be like, oh, wait, hold on. Fuck all that. Like, whoa, hold on. I don't need to give this person my phone. I don't need to let this person think that they are superior to me in some type of way. I don't need to, shit, I might be 100 pounds soaking wet. I can still beat this motherfucker's ass if I needed to. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. You ain't going to have the space for that. Arcadia Aromatherapy, just here. Real. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Sub to the channel if you'd like to, bro. You know, drop a like, fucking do whatever you need to do. You know what I'm saying? If you fuck with the content, man. You know, I be on here pretty much every day. Some shit has been going down here lately. That's kind of had me a little bit sideways and shit like that. So, you know, I just had to take like a day break, or maybe a 2-day break. I don't think I've live streamed in the last 2 days, but that's why this one is much longer. You know what I'm saying? Even though we really did get off like the main talking point, you know what I'm saying? Like the main talking point and the title of the video, you know what I'm saying? We kind of did stray from that a little bit, but we started getting into some other very real shit. You know what I'm saying? So we still good. To no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. It's Grace Anna, by the way. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was breaking down. So that's why you just don't allow a motherfucker to intimidate you. Like, don't, like, these motherfuckers bleed just like you bleed. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if a motherfucker is 450 pounds. That fat bitch will bleed just like you bleed, motherfucker. That motherfucker can get hit on the chin and get knocked out just like you can. That person can get hit in their temple and go to sleep just like you can. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody have one up on you. Even if they got, well, the only way a person really would have one up on you in a fighting situation is if they surprise you and catch you first, or if they have prior experience and like actual training, like beyond street fights and shit like that. So yeah, like that, hopefully that will give y'all a little bit of perspective to be able to even the scales in y'all's mind a little bit as far as not being such a plush little soft ass bitch all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I've seen people who aren't even like big, ain't even like muscular, like don't even have like a real presence. Like they don't even have conviction in their anger. They don't even have conviction and belief in being like, yeah, I'm the baddest motherfucker in here. Couldn't nobody take me. Like their presence is empty. You know what I'm saying? Like the presence be lacking in essence. You know what I'm saying? So I be seeing a lot of y'all soft ass little bitches be getting intimidated by people like this. Motherfucker could be my size intimidating y'all and shit like that. I'm like 155, 160 pounds, bro. Like I'm not a big dude. Yeah, I stand at 6'3", but you know what I'm saying? I've seen people just like me intimidate certain individuals. I've seen motherfuckers smaller than me intimidate fat motherfuckers. I've seen, you know what I'm saying? I've seen people with no muscles intimidate people with muscles. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, you just don't need to be afraid. Like don't let nobody force yourselves don't let nobody force themselves onto you. You get what I'm saying? Don't let nobody force themselves onto you in that type of way, because that's all it is at the end of the day. And a lot of times an extremely aggressive person is moving off of fear anyways. That's what y'all need to consider. A person who is extremely aggressive and always trying to utilize their anger and aggression as some type of power and control to change the situation is because they're afraid. They're moving off of fear a lot of the time. And they're so afraid, so they're trying to make you afraid so that they can get whatever they want out of the situation. That's like why in one of my past videos I told y'all about how fuck, I goddamn lost it. I had a really good point off of that. I had a really good point off of that, but I just completely fucking lost it. It'll come back to me if it's important, though. Yeah, it'll come back to me if it's important. Yeah, it'll come back to me if it's important. You can't cure a coward. Yeah, you sure can't fucking cure a coward for the most part. You sure can't cure a motherfucking coward. But oh yeah. Okay, so like I said, a lot of time a person like one of my past videos I told y'all about how people who use anger and aggression get what they want a lot of the time. Or that person who is like really fucking loud and very vocal, even if they're being annoying and argumentative at the moment, a lot of times they get whatever the fuck they want because they're either scaring people into and intimidating people into doing whatever the fuck they want. That way they can get what they want out of the situation. Or it's a situation where people just don't want to hear that shit. Like, especially in like job scenarios and shit like that. Like, a manager might give this bitchy ass person who just sit here and fucking be loud and trying to argue about shit all day. They might just give this person whatever the fuck they want just so they'll shut the fuck up at the moment. You get what I'm saying? Just so they'll shut the fuck up at the moment. But that's how it is. The person who is actually operating and trying to use the anger and aggression tactic and shit like that all the time, they're operating off of fear and they're trying to manipulate the circumstance and situation into being a certain way. Now, don't get it fucked up. Everybody that's aggressive isn't afraid. Everybody that is using anger and aggression isn't moving off of fear. Sometimes every energy needs to be utilized when it needs to be utilized. You know what I'm saying? So certain individuals understand the energy and understand when I need to be aggressive, what battle I need to use my anger and aggression in, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But y'all motherfuckers who are on that type of tip, you already know that. You know what I'm saying? So a person, even if they do get frustrated and they get angry and they get pissed off, or they need to be, you know what I'm saying, or they need to try to intimidate you in some type of way. Not try, they just need to show superiority or some shit like that, or show that motherfucker you ain't shit until I walk into the room and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. People who really know what they're doing, they're not operating that off of fear. They just know that certain shit needs to be done sometimes, depending upon what the situation is calling for. And that's the thing too. Cause y'all, the funny thing about it is y'all be saying all the time, like when somebody will do y'all a certain type of way, y'all will be saying to motherfuckers like, well, that was uncalled for. Like I've always heard that ever since I was a young boy. Well, that was uncalled for. The fucked up thing about it is y'all don't even know what situations be calling for in the first place. Like I've seen situations where a person is completely justified doing what the fuck they did to you based on what you did to them. But you will say, oh, I only did it like this and you took it to the extreme. That was uncalled for. Like, nah, bitch, they was completely justified. Just because now you don't like it because now the shoe's on the other foot and they doing something to you now and you not getting to continue fucking over on them and shit like that. However they chose to handle that is how they want to fucking handle that. Like, shit. You know what I'm saying? The only time you can really say it's wrong is if you're like outwardly actually harming somebody in some type of way. Unless, you know, don't get it fucked up. If a person is trying to kill you or a person is trying to hurt you, that is a completely different situation. That is something completely different. You know what I'm saying? But on the regular type of tip, when it's just some mundane shit, if a motherfucker, you do a motherfucker a certain way, and now they tell everybody in the town that you ain't shit, or you do somebody a certain way and now they don't want to talk to you no more, or they want to completely cut you off, or they want to call you a bitch and say get the fuck out of my phone or something, you sitting here saying that was uncalled for, you ain't even justified to say that. They're completely in the right. They completely just taking care of themselves. They completely separating from you to protect their own peace and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, y'all don't even know what situations be calling for in the first place. That's why you have so many situations where you fuck over on people and then you get shit done back to you and now you don't understand. Or you would do somebody a certain way, know that you did somebody a certain way, and then they do you a certain way, and now you telling every one of your girlfriends, you telling your aunties, your mom, you telling every fucking female that live in the same town as this dude that you was fucking with, like, oh yeah, he's a narcissist, gaslighter, da, he's abusive, da, bitch, what led me to punching you in your face? You know, and don't take this literally. This is just an example. You know what I'm saying? But bitch, what led me to punching you in your face? Bitch, what led, you know what I'm saying? What led me down this road? What were the things that I had to go through to make me think that this would be an acceptable decision at the moment? You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. I wasn't punching you in your face whenever I first started meeting you. Why I'm punching you in the face now? Like, really think about that. And like I said, don't take this literally. We don't condone fucking beating on women over here. We don't condone fucking domestic abuse or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, this is certain shit that you see all the time. Like, bitch, this nigga was not punching you in the face when y'all first got together. I've been around y'all. This nigga was not punching you in the face 6 months down the line, 7 months down the line. Now you getting punched in the face and you wondering why, and you saying that it's uncalled for or something. Why? What shifted in this man? What did you put him through and make him experience to the point where he'll be like, okay, I've been with this bitch for a whole year, haven't hit her one time, but now after a year, now this bitch deserves to get punched in her face. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's, like I said, that's just an example. It's not something that y'all should be taking literally, but you know what I'm saying? Like, certain shit like this do be happening, and that's how certain things be playing out sometimes. Like, sometimes a bitch might deserve to be getting punched in the face. I don't know necessarily. You know, like I said, I'm not condoning that shit. I'm just saying. Fact, certain arenas ain't even worth reacting to. Weak algorithm, right? People be dissing online and after come ask for mercy. Weak algorithm. Yep. Y'all on tip. You know what I'm saying? I don't even be experiencing. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't talk to many people on the phone. I don't talk to many people on the internet. The people I do talk to on the internet, who I don't know in real life, for the most part, it's been nothing but good. For real. Except for like back in the day when I wasn't necessarily in the right spaces, necessarily didn't have the same boundaries, necessarily didn't respect myself as much as I do now, per se. You know what I'm saying? Back like 3-4 years ago, like, yeah, I would still be experiencing weird shit through the internet too. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that I've met in real life through the internet and stuff like that, and bitches I've picked up from the internet and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? Just different shit like that. I've experienced some really weird shit through that. But when I started getting into the right space and knowing the right type of people to have around me and be involved with and shit like that, like, I don't experience no type of weird shit through the internet now. The only type of weird shit that I experience now is from people that I react and respond to within my own environment. Even if we're talking on the phone, even if it's through like Facebook or Instagram or some shit like that. Everybody else that I talk to who don't live near me and shit like that, I got to give y'all motherfuckers y'all's flowers for real, because like y'all been really good to me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I can't necessarily say like it's all on y'all. Like, only give y'all's flowers because y'all are good individuals and shit like that. Y'all be operating shit how I would operate it, or doing shit in a more higher octave sufficient manner and shit like that. I can't say it's all y'all. I'm only in that position now because the space that I'm in, the shit that I went through, the experiences that I went through, who I learned not to talk to, who I learned to talk to, who I learned to involve myself with, who I learned when I get this certain type of energy, I need to get the fuck away from that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give myself my flowers on that tip too. You know what I'm saying? That ain't taking nothing away from y'all, you know, but at the end of the day, I gotta praise myself in some type of way, because this was not the experiences that I used to be having. You know what I'm saying? Now my real life just seemed like empty, kind of, really. Like, my real life just seemed empty now. Like, there's no, and I've tried to make connections with individuals. I can't find any type of individual who I would want to be around, who I want to be like, who I want to, you know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that I'm out here seeking people that I can copy them, fucking be like them and all this shit. No, nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, you probably shouldn't be around, you probably shouldn't be around a person if you don't want to have the life that they live. You know what I'm saying? Because it's always going to be a give and exchange. Y'all going to be swapping certain frequencies and vibrations. Y'all going to be swapping certain viewpoints and shit like that. So, you know, shit, you see, you kind of want to see the, where a person is low at. You get what I'm saying? You got to kind of see where a person is low at. That way, you know, fuck, do I, if worse comes to worse and I start manifesting this person's problems, or I get my energy lines tangled and accidentally manifest something that was supposed to be for them, would I be happy to experience that low point? You know what I'm saying? Would I be okay with experiencing that low point? And now look at the high points. Is that something is that the things that I want? Or are these the things that, you know what I'm saying? Or is this the possessions that I want to have? Is this the life that I want to live? Is this the person that I want to be? Are these the characteristics and traits that I want to express? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit that goes into this shit, but I can't find nobody like that in real life. The only people that I go and see are people who be calling my phone and want to help me out sometimes, or need some help from me in some type of way. Sometimes I do be getting help and giving help from certain individuals. And then other than that, I don't see nobody but my family. And I see my family once a week every Sunday, because my family ain't shit either. Like, let's keep it all the way 100. My family ain't shit either. And I've begged and pleaded with these motherfuckers. I've went back and forth. I've tried to make them understand everything the best of my ability. I've tried to explain myself. I'm just done with all that shit. So my day-to-day life now is more so empty, because I can't find individuals to connect with in my area. Like, I physically can't. I can't find individuals to connect with. Even if I try, weird shit always happen. My intuition be bugging and fucking is like just telling me to run and shit like that. Sometimes I ignore the intuition and be like, okay, maybe that's just anxiety, or maybe that's my fear of not being accepted, or some shit like that, or being enigmatic and being misunderstood. I'm afraid of that in some type of way. Maybe that's that. And then I'll force myself to go and experience the situation that my intuition, which I thought was fear or anxiety, was telling me to avoid. And then I realize exactly why my intuition was telling me to stay away from that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my regular day-to-day life now is empty. The only person that I have is me. The only person I've ever had is me. Like, it's always been this way. It's been this way for a very long time. Like, I even have certain individuals like who will beg me to be their friend and shit like that. And y'all just need to understand that, bro. Like, it's been just me for so long, and none of y'all can show any type of desirable characteristics and traits of anything that I want to be a part of. Like, and that's not to say I hate you. That's not to say I don't fuck with you. That's just saying me even coming and being around with you, sharing talking points with you, having discussions and conversations with you would do nothing but hold me back and restrain me and put me in a position where I don't want to be at. Everything gets much simpler. I've learned this throughout my entire life. Everything gets much simpler when I start doing shit alone. Every time. Like, the only time shit gets complicated is when I allow anyone outside of myself to be involved with anything that I have going on. And take that however you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's only due to me having been around the wrong individuals for pretty much all of my life. You know, the people who I really want to be around, like, don't nobody live around here. So I got to go to like Georgia. I got to go to Atlanta. I got to go to LA. I got to go to fucking Arizona. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to go to much different locations if I want that. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it fucked up. Like, yeah, we're working towards that. It's like really the main part of the plan for me to be in areas where I can be around people who I actually want to be around. Be in situations where people actually uplift me and I can uplift them, and we understand each other, and I don't have to sit here and over explain shit 150,000 fucking times and they still don't goddamn get it and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like the main goal. It's coming though. It's coming though. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hell no, Schwetz, talking about them Discord days. Yeah, shout out to the Discord days. Shout out to everybody who was in that Discord. Fuck some of y'all, though, for real. When I say algorithm, I also mean their mental navigation. Some beings like to recreate the same scenes, asking for a reaction. That's a good bit of information that plays into the shit I was talking about earlier with all them examples I gave about people giving you fake ass help and shit like that. Like, yeah, they'll sit there and recreate the same. They'll do the same expression on repetition, just hoping that you'll react and respond to it, or hoping that maybe you'll finally give them what they was trying to get. It's kind of like a more expanded and a more broad way of throwing a temper tantrum, kind of like on a mental and emotional level. You get what I'm saying? By the vibe that they sending out and the repetitive thought form that they having in their head, whatever seed that they create, whatever they birth off of that, and then it become like a repetitive characteristic and trait. It become a repetitive action that they only express until they get what they want, or until they get, you know what I'm saying? Until the manipulation work, until, you know what I'm saying, it work out for them. They receive something. And that make a lot of sense too, because that make a lot of sense too. When I say I went there mental navigation, it's like they recreate the same scenes asking for a reaction. Right. And they give like womb type of energy. You know what I'm saying? They want to create a space for that to allow it to be okay. They want to create a space where it's like, when I know if I do this shit in this certain way, now Schwetzel's gonna react and respond like this. So let me keep sitting here and fucking opening his car door over and over again, or let me sit here and that's just a example, but you know what I'm saying? Let me sit here and keep doing this shit over again. Maybe that'll, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that'll give him maybe that'll piss him off. Maybe that'll make him take me to Caleb's house. Maybe that'll make him take me to Caleb's house. Fuck, I've been trying to go to Caleb's house all goddamn day. Maybe that'll let him take me to Caleb's house. Fuck, let me just keep doing it. Yeah, it's like throwing a temper tantrum, literally. Because it's like, oh, you're not giving me what I want? Like, ugh. Quantum entanglement. Yeah, she was talking about the whenever we was around talking about being around other individuals and shit like that. Yeah, quantum entanglement. Likewise, but as soon as I stopped even looking, a community has been gathering. Exactly. That's precisely what's been happening for me either, or as well. But I spent years trying to work with what I had, as far as searching for individuals, trying to find, trying to build from where I'm at, where I came up at, the state that I grew up in and shit like that, and the environment that I had and shit like that. Like I spent years trying to do it that way, from my environment. So now I don't even give a fuck how it comes. I don't give a fuck if I gotta move to goddamn Saudi Arabia to get what I want. You know what I'm saying? And now I don't give a fuck about it. I don't look for it. I don't search for it. Because the more you reach for something, the more that it's going to be just right there where you can't reach it, right out of your reach. That's where it's going to stay at. You know what I'm saying? And I've got many experiences to prove that shit is true. You know what I'm saying? So I quit reaching, and now it's just everything is here. Everything is within my grasp. It's not something that I have to chase or look outside of myself for, or even look for at all. Like, shit, if I want to identify something, it's like, look within It's right there. It's right there. There's no, I don't need, it's right there. Don't, yeah. Don't have to explain it any further than that. Recognizing and internalizing each other's inhibitions and whatnot. Right. Yeah, exactly. And this is back on the tip that for y'all who don't know what I'm doing, I'm reading comments right now. And this is all live. So this is back whenever we was talking about two people coming around each other and manifesting each other's problems and picking up on certain things from each other and shit like that, certain mental and emotional states, certain levels of awareness and shit like that. Yeah, it's the quantum entanglement. It's so odd. Flunked out buttercream family. Buttercream ass, bitch ass, soft ass. Ain't never had a fucking man in my family bloodline ass in the whole fucking. This is my thing, bro. When I have a family, like my family, even if we're blood or not, when I develop a situation where I have a family around me, we're gonna have family meetings all the time. Any issue that arises, we're not gonna fucking gather on Sunday evening. We're not gonna fucking gather on Wednesday evening and just sit here and act like everything is okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will never do that. That's how I know there ain't ever been a man in my entire family bloodline. And even though, like, my grandfather died in 2006, okay? My grandfather died back then. And y'all can fucking disregard this. Y'all can say y'all believe this, whatever the fuck you want, okay? My grandfather died in 2006. My grandmother died in 2013, but my grandmother wasn't blood family. She was somebody that we call grandma that was just around us and shit like that. She wasn't necessarily family bloodline. But my grandfather who died in 2006, he be talking to me all the time. Like I said, y'all can tell me I'm crazy. You can fucking sit here and tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You can sit here and say whatever the fuck you want to about this shit. But I beyond spiritual predecessors, I be hearing from the people that make up my family bloodline too. Like I be talking to these motherfuckers. Like real ass conversations. Like this is not no flunky ass shit. Like I can just recognize when a thought form comes to me, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's Skip right there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you can discern it when you get like when you get more wise and you deal with this shit enough, you can discern it. You can realize when a spirit is trying to like utilize you as a vessel for something or influence you in some type of way, or when you're picking up certain thought forms and literally exactly where they're coming from, because it's like a digital thumbprint or some shit. It's like I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But you would never get lost into like where this shit came from when you can discern it like that. So I be getting thought forms from my grandfather all the time, who will sit here and have me thinking a certain way, and I'll be like, yeah, that's Skip immediately. Like I already know that's Skip. Or when another one come through, I'll be like, damn, that's Grandma Judy. Like literally that's great. Like you can't deny this shit. Like I know exactly where that came from. Like that's Grandma Judy. And they be telling me like, man, now that we're dead, now that this is kind of fucked up. Now that we're dead, we see what's really going on. And it's fucked up and take that sometimes. But they be telling me like, now that we dead, we see what's up. Like, we see what's going on. You the only one here who can do anything about this. Like, our whole bloodline is fucked. Like, and everyone who came before me, even me when I was here, I was fucked up. I didn't know what I was doing. You know what you're doing. We back. Y'all let me know. Y'all make sure. Let me know I'm back. Let me know I'm back. So yeah, we made this one quite long. So fucking my goddamn truck battery almost died on me again because I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, anyways, and and the funny thing about it is too, as soon as I started talking along these lines and shit, that's why I started grinning so much and shit like that. That's why I started laughing, because I started talking on that shit. These motherfuckers show up and they're like, oh, y'all talking about me? Y'all talking about me? Oh, da. Y'all talking about me? I'm right here. This is where I was at. I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm here. As soon as I started talking about Skip and Judy, these niggas was like, yeah, I'm here. I didn't leave you. I never left. I'm right here. That's why they started giving me that positivity. They started giving me that laugh a little bit. They started giving me that grin a little bit. Started talking crazy and shit. But yeah. So like I said, they be telling me all the time, like, man, you the only one here, bro. You the only one here. You damn near the only one we've ever had in this whole bloodline. Do what you need to do. Like, I even be having them telling me certain shit that motherfuckers wouldn't even know I'd be aware of. Like it's certain shit about my family and shit like that. Certain shit about, like, I ain't gonna get too deep into that. You know what I'm saying? But like a real, like I hate even using some of these terms sometimes. Like, I'm damn near starting to get triggered by even using the word, the fucking combination of phrasing to say real spiritual individuals. Like that damn near is triggering me now. I might even have to fucking change the title of this video off of that shit. But you know what I'm saying? Me, I know what I'm doing. Like I said, you can recognize where certain shit come from. So the spirits that's not in my bloodline, my spiritual predecessors and shit like that, who be helping me out and shit like that, like, yeah, I be talking to these motherfuckers too. But my bloodline people be letting me know, like, now that we're dead, we see everything again. Now that we're dead, we're aware of everything again. And this play into the title of the video anyways. Yeah, then motherfuckers will never be aware of some shit until they're dead. Motherfuckers would never understand some shit until you're dead, or fucking multiple years go down the line and it recurs back to them, or they see a video you made years ago or some shit that they might have even disliked or some shit like that. And now they watch it again and they're like, oh my fucking God, this makes the most sense out of anything I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, yeah, that's how it be going. And the fucked up part about it is, my grandma Judy was one of the most Christian women that you will ever know of in your entire life. Why the fuck does she be talking to me? If I don't know what I'm talking about, why do Grandma Judy be talking to me? That's the most Christian woman that ever walked this fucking earth. That woman never wore a pair of jeans in her whole fucking life. At least as far as I know. Who knows? She could have been a hoe in the back of the day. Fuck, who knows? She just laughed at me for saying that shit too. But you know what I'm saying? Like, her ass could have been a hoe back in the day. Who knows? But long as I know her, and as far as I know of, she ain't never wore a pair of fucking jeans in her whole life. That tell you what type of Christian she is. She real deep Southern Baptist, or was when she was alive. You know what I'm saying? Now she know what that shit is. So now she be telling Schwetz, like, any day I'm down, like, she give me that grandma type of energy that Dolo be talking about. She give me that grandma wisdom. She give me that wisdom feeling to be like, you got this. You know what I'm saying? You got this. You keep on keeping on, baby. It ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Your mama can tell you whatever she want to. Your family can tell you whatever they want to. Random motherfuckers you come across in life can tell you what they want to. Don't let it hurt you, baby. Don't let it hurt you, baby. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, baby. You remember me. You remember me, baby. Don't let that shit hurt you. Don't let that shit weigh you down, baby. You going somewhere where they can't go, so they can't understand where you at. That's why they can't understand where you at, because you going someplace that they can't go. That's why they'll never understand where you at. That's the type of shit she be telling me. And then when it come to Skip, he just be like, oh, Skip just be like, oh, ain't nobody shit. I wasn't shit when I was alive. Ain't nobody shit. Everybody's fucked. Ain't nobody shit. Fuck this whole family. That's what Skip be telling me. Oh God, like y'all can think I'm up here fucking having some mental crisis or some personality issues or some shit. Like I know what I'm doing, bro. I know what I'm doing. That's that Skip energy right there. Skip be coming through me and be like, ah. Skip coming this bitch and be like, ah. Well, and they ain't shit, bro. You know they ain't shit, bro. They ain't never been shit. All right, now let's go drink some Coronas. All right, let's go take a shot of liquor. Like that's the type of time that Skip be on. Skip be on. Well, where's the next joint at? And meanwhile, everybody ain't shit though. Where's the next joint at? Come on. That's the type of shit Skip be on. You know what I'm saying? So let's go and find where we actually left off in the comment section at, because we started talking about some other shit. I started getting some fucking grandma wisdom feelings. I started getting some fucking old Skip coming in here, start talking out his ass and shit. Man, we started having some weird shit going on. I've been treating relationships like Plunko. I think you meant to say Plinko, as far as the little game where you drop the ball and it fucking go through the little pegs and it choose a lane, basically. Having no expectations and accepting reality when the lane comes out of them. Right. So like essentially, you're not gonna trust a motherfucker to do good to you, and you're not gonna trust a motherfucker to do bad to you. You're not gonna expect for a person to be a certain way. You're not gonna expect certain things out of individuals. That's how I move too. You gonna move based on what a person show you. Like you said, when they pick that lane and that gets showed, those characteristics and traits start to get exhibited outwardly. They start to tell you certain things. They start to express themselves to you in a certain manner. Then me, if it's not something that is sufficient, it's not something that's new, it's not developed towards growth and development, it's not anything that I want to be a part of, 9 times out of 10, I don't even tell a motherfucker why I stopped talking to him. Most situations, you show me something that I don't like, and it's enough for me to be like, all right, this is dead. You won't hear from me. Bitch, I'm a Capricorn. What do? We fucking ghost people. Like, y'all know this. What do? We ghost people. The moment you show me some shit that I'm not fucking with, it's bye-bye. It ain't no, you know, I had a really good time being your friend. Sorry things have to be this way, but you're just not. Yeah, no, bitch, no. You ain't gonna hear from me. I'm going this way. Our lines dissect right here. You know what I'm saying? Our shit is like, I forget what they call that in math or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Our paths is going like this. We can cross for this one moment in time, and that's it. It ain't coming back. It ain't coming back. I'm sorry, I just gotta go. Misty says, right, spirits move through you. And then Ton of Vision said, real shit is like a fingerprint. Funnily enough, that's basically exactly what I said when I was talking about that shit. Communication through thoughts and feelings. Right. Then Trey said, whole bloodline cooked. Yeah, that's what Skip be telling me. Skip be telling me, man, fuck. Man, look at this is what Skip be telling me. This is what Skip be telling me. Look at what I was doing when I was alive. Look what I died for. I died for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I died for nothing. Look what I was doing. I ain't never stand on shit. I ain't never stood on no business in my whole fucking lifetime. This is what Skip be telling me. Like he damn near talking through me right now. That's what Skip be telling me. Man, just look around. Like, look what I was doing when I was alive. I wasn't never shit. I didn't never do anything. Like, yeah, I had a little family. Yeah, I adopted my wife's first kid. Like, I took care of her. Like, yeah, That shit don't mean shit. You know that shit don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. I never stood on business as a man the whole time I was alive. And then he'd be telling me, now look at your mom. Look at the life that your mom has lived. Look how your mom carried herself. Look how your mom changed her life around, but she still judged the people who do the same shit that she used to do. You know what I'm saying? And then he be telling me, look at your dad. Look at your weak ass dad. This nigga try to fuck bitches that you done fucked with. This nigga try to fuck your ex-girlfriends and shit. This nigga try, like, bruh, everybody in your whole family is fucking weak as shit, bro. You know you don't want to be anything like these people. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to tell them what you have going on. You don't need to tell them shit. Tell them fuck off. Tell them I don't want your advice. Tell them I don't want your help. That's what Skip be telling me. Because he be telling me, look what they do. Look what they do. They ain't going to do nothing but lead you down a path that you don't want to be on. They ain't going to do nothing but lead you to a situation where you're going to be Schwetzel down here on earth, but you're going to be just like Skip, laying in a hospital bed somewhere, dying of cancer or some shit. You're going to be just like Skip down here. Understand that, child. That's what he be telling me. Understand that, child. Know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it fucked up. And then, okay, then everybody started talking about the Wi-Fi and all that shit. And whenever we fucking PC turned off, we started lagging out, all that good shit. Da, 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 da. So yeah, there ain't nothing really to add to that or take away from that. As far as niggas was talking about the shit going out and stuff, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit way deeper than a lot of y'all think it is, bro. Like, and I'm just at a point now where my level of awareness allows me to be able to pinpoint exactly what I'm receiving. So I know when I'm talking to angels. I know when I'm talking to demons. I know when Skip is talking to me. I know when Judy is talking to me. I've even had situations where people I'm not even related to, dead people, be talking to me. I was dating a girl one time, and her fucking ex-boyfriend, her baby daddy, who she had a child with, this motherfucker was dead and was sending me frequencies and vibrations to let me know, like, she ain't doing shit the way that I want it to be done. This is how I want you to conduct and handle being around my son and shit like that. And I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I respect that I'm not a father or nothing like that in that sense. You know what I'm saying? You know, shit, damn near everybody down here on earth is one of my kids. But you know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm not a father in that sense of actually having a fucking physical being down here that's my son or daughter. But at the same time, I highly respect that. And I highly respect that he would come to me and give me certain frequencies and vibrations. Like, this shit probably would sound like something. It sounds like I'm insane right now to majority of people. You know what I'm saying? I even had a girl who I was dating one time. Her mom had died. Her fucking mom had died, and her mom was contacting me and sending me frequencies and vibrations and trying to come be in the space that I was in and shit like that. So like, this shit ain't some occult mysticism, fake shit, pseudoscience type of fallacy that is just made up or some shit, or I'm sitting here having a fucking personality crisis or some shit. Like, I'm still me at the end of the day. Like, you know, I just be getting helped out by certain motherfuckers. I just be getting certain awarenesses, certain advices, certain, you know what I'm saying, from an internal state. Like, this shit is very real, y'all. Misa B said, grateful to hear things like this. Yeah, man. Hopefully, if you experiencing the same type of shit, now you know you're not alone and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that be the biggest struggle for me on this path sometimes, really, is just sometimes I feel lonely, or sometimes I feel alone, and sometimes I feel like nobody gets it, nobody understands, nobody can do what I do, nobody can, you know what I'm saying? Everyone thinks I'm crazy, I'm an outcast, I'm a whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like that. You're not alone. There's a lot of us down here. It's just that life, the algorithm, everything is predicated towards mindless entertainment. It's not suited for people like us to be seen and be able to contact the other individuals who are like us, and it's not exactly easy like that. You know what I'm saying? All that shit get buried under multiple layers of fucking computer systems and codes and shit like that that only allow certain other shit to be seen. You know what I'm saying? But y'all not alone. I'm not alone. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of people out there who will understand exactly where you coming from. There's plenty of people out there who will understand your struggle, but don't think that you need to talk about it all the time and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing too. Y'all be trying to trauma bond too much and shit like that. Like, I don't be wanting to talk about the shit that's going wrong. I will want to be talking about the shit that's going right in my life, and what we can build from here. I've heard feeling lonely is normal, but we're never alone. Right, right. Yeah, feeling lonely is normal, especially if you're an individual spirit. You're a solo spirit. You're in a space within space, but at the same time, you're a solo spirit in that space. So you kind of are cut off to a lot of things in certain aspects. You know what I'm saying? So you be feeling lonely sometimes, because that's how you're operating internally. You're a solo spirit. You're a unique individual. You're not just getting influenced and washed up by every space that you step into. You know what I'm saying? So you will develop a certain level of loneliness off of that, and feeling like you alone and ain't nobody around you and shit like that. But that's just why you an individual. You're not meant to be feeling the old community type of aspect, communion, breaking the bread and wine type of ritual and spell that they be playing out. You're not necessarily meant to feel that. Otherwise, you would be feeling that all the time. You would feel like you got a strong community around you. You would feel like you know what I'm saying? And it would be apparent. Well, shit, people like us, we got to develop that shit. We got to set certain things in place, because we're not just going to accept anything. We're not just going to allow anybody to be around us. We're not just going, you know what I'm saying? We're not just going to be in a community for the sake of being a part of something, or for the sake of having a community at the moment or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be in those type of situations. So we're made for more. So we have to take the action. We have to be the ones to put the stepping stones down. We're the ones that have to build the foundation to make this to be something that could actually be possible down here. Because otherwise, we could just go off of their system of community and feel like we're not alone all the time. But that would be to our detriment. You know what I'm saying? All that shit would be to our detriment. It wouldn't even be no point of us even involving ourselves in that. There's no point in going off of what the worldly sense of community is. Because that's the thing. If I just wanted to stop feeling lonely like that, there's many of things I could do. I could go and work a job and try to treat the people that work in that job like a community and treat them like they my family or something. I could go join Christianity right now today and start going to church. I could go to a therapist and start, or go to like some AA meetings or some shit like that. Shit, you can have a community, no problem. You can have a community and feel like you got people around you any time of the day. But when they don't think similarly, they don't feel similarly to you, you don't connect on a vibrational level, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just how this shit go. You know what I'm saying? But this is a 2 hour and 10 minute live stream. I think we're about ready to wrap this up. We still got 7 individuals in here at the moment, according to my computer. Sometimes it be lying to me, so I'm not exactly sure. If you got, before we head out of here, if you guys got any questions, comments, anything you want to say, go ahead and drop that in the comment section. I'll answer those for the next couple of minutes, and then after that, we're gonna go ahead and hop off of here. Once again, though, thanks for everybody for showing up. Thanks for all the cash apps and shit like that. I haven't been advertising consultations here lately, but I'm still doing consultations and tarot card readings on a personal tip, on a personal level and shit like that, making making very personalized videos for individuals and shit like that. So if you want anything like that, just DM me on Instagram. My IG is in the bio. You find me on Instagram and you DM me there. We can talk about what it is that you need. We can talk about a price point, whether that be tarot, whether that be you want me to look at your chart and try to tell you how you can fucking figure out whatever situation that you in at the moment, or you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be. I got y'all. Just hit me up. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I've helped out a lot of people with this shit for free in the past, so now it's a service. You know what I'm saying? Now it's something that y'all are gonna have to pay for. I apologize y'all couldn't be here, you know, back when Schwetzel didn't give a fuck like that, and you know what I'm saying, was willing to just do anything for anybody, but I ain't like that no more. I mean, y'all motherfuckers gotta help me out too. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of shit we on these days, you know. Fernanda said worldly sense of community. Facts. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly what it is. It's something that's already been constructed. It's already put in place. That's not your community. You didn't build and develop that community. Why the fuck you want to be a part of it? You know what I'm saying? That by default, it have no choice but to not correlate to how you think and feel. It have no choice but to rub you the wrong way. It have no choice but to have a bunch of shit that you disagree within that realm of reality. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just keep that shit in mind. Misty said, I'm going to DM you about the meetup with me and Tribal. All right. Yeah. Keep me posted, man. I'll fucking do what I got to do. You know, it's getting very fucking cold in the South right now. Like last night was almost unbearable. And then on top of that, today it's like fucking like probably 30 degrees out here. Like it's fucking, I'm pretty sure it was snowing this morning when I woke up actually. But yeah, it's getting extremely fucking cold down here, bro. It's about time for Schwetzel to leave from the South, bro. I'm gonna have to get a hold of some government officials and fucking let them know that Schwetzel's about to go spend his fucking winter in some tropical type of climate or some shit. This shit has been killing me for the last few years, bro. Every winter that come in this location, I lose everything. I swear to God, like the past like 4 or 5 winters, every time wintertime come, I lose everything that I accumulated for some reason. You know what I'm saying? I think it have a lot to do with the cold because that kind of stifle me. Like it made me not want to do shit or something, you know? But yeah, these past 4 years, pretty much every wintertime I've spent like outside or in a fucked up situation where I ain't really have nowhere to go. And all 4 of these last 4 winters. You know, winter is death. Yeah, depending upon who you are though. Winter is death from an overall perspective, but depending upon your astrological chart, your spring could be in the wintertime. You get what I'm saying? Your summer could be in the wintertime. You get what I'm saying? So like yeah, from an overall perspective, yeah, winter is winter is death. You know what I'm saying? But for certain individuals, they might need to be planting a lot of seeds in the wintertime. You know what I'm saying? They might need to be, you know, just depends on you as an individual and how you align. So for example, I have my birthday is essentially right in the middle of wintertime. January to be exact. Wintertime don't usually end around here until around March, at least February. Like it still be snowing in March sometimes though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when it shifts to actually being springtime, then that like the weather starts to act like it's bipolar. It go from being snowy the week before and being extremely cold. Then as soon as springtime hit, it like it show you a completely different side of itself. It don't even ease you into it or nothing. Like it just changed. One day you wake up and it's like, damn, it's not cold anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, it's not snowing anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it be around here. But yeah, I got my birthday in January. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the time I be going through a lot of shit right around my birthday. And the fucked up thing about it is I can't remember the last time I had a birthday party. For real. I can't even hold you. I can't even remember the last time I had a birthday party. I think I was like 15, 16. That's almost 10 years ago. I haven't had a birthday party since then. Yeah, I ain't had a birthday party since then. I was actually in a situation a few years ago where I was living in a house with a lot of people. Like there were quite a few people living there, right? And I'd been friends with these individuals for years. Like these were people that I grew up with and all types of shit, right? So, and we're all in the same boat. We're all in the same situation. Only one person in this house had money and the means to make shit happen, right? Everyone else was broke as fuck at the time. Everyone else wasn't working no job. We wasn't selling no packs. We wasn't doing nothing. We were on our ass in that period of time. And this was like whenever I was like 18 years old, 18, 19 years old, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So everyone in the house don't have the means to make nothing happen except for one person, right? But this one person has known everybody in the house for a long period of time, right? So we go through the wintertime together and all this shit and doing whatever we may do and all this and that. And as wintertime's coming to an end, it starts to get to January and shit. So my birthday's coming up. And I had a somebody who I would have considered a close friend way back in the day. Their birthday was like one day after mine. My birthday's the 15th. Theirs was like the 16th or the 17th or some shit like that, right? So in this house, like we're talking about it weeks in advance, right? Like we're talking about our birthdays coming up and all this shit and da da da. We're gonna be this age and all this shit. So everybody in the house is aware that me and this person's birthday is coming up, right? And they know the exact specific day, right? So as shit starts to approach, boom, my birthday comes up. And I don't add no pressure on nobody. I don't expect nobody to do shit for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be the type of motherfucker who wake up and start telling everybody like, oh yeah, it's my birthday. Just waiting for you to tell me like happy birthday or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do that type of shit. So I wake up on my birthday and I'm just cruising fucking da 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 da, chilling. I don't put no pressure on nobody, and the whole day comes and goes. Nobody ever tells me happy birthday. Nobody ever throws me a celebration. Don't nobody ever buy me a cake. Don't know everybody even buy me a fucking birthday card to say what's up. And keep in mind, I live in a house with multiple individuals right now. The next day or 2 days later, the other motherfucker who had a birthday, they buy this nigga a cake. We all fucking blowing candles out and shit. We all standing in the kitchen celebrating and fucking telling this motherfucker happy birthday and giving this motherfucker gifts and all this shit. This motherfucker was just same exact position as me. Broke as shit. Couldn't help pay for the party. Couldn't help pay for his own cake. Couldn't help pay for a gift that he got. Same situation. But this nigga get a celebration. Schwetzel don't get shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of shit that really made me not give a fuck about y'all for real. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't had a birthday celebration since then. I never asked nobody. I never put no pressure on no situation. Actually, that's a lie. The last like 2 years, my family has taken me out to dinner on my birthday. I forgot about that. But you know what I'm saying? Aside from that, I ain't had that shit in like 7, 8 years. You know what I mean? Like it's a weird shit like that, bro. Like it's on top of that, man. Like pretty much everybody that I've ever known has fucked me off in some type of way. for the most part, unless I just didn't allow them to. Because I stopped letting people get so close. Like now we getting into the part of the live stream where we gonna start venting and fucking crying and shit, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I started having to make sense out of everything. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was really young, I had a big group of friends. I had like this one group that I always hanged out with, and we was always around each other. 9 times out of 10, these motherfuckers lived at my house most of the time. Like these motherfuckers lived at my house most of the time. You know what I'm saying? But shit goes on, you know, time goes on, people grow apart, of course, you know, but it didn't even happen that way. I was there for those friends through a lot of shit, bro. Like, and we can get into it. We can get into it, bro, because I don't care what these motherfuckers may think. Like, I was there for these motherfuckers through a lot of shit. I was there for breakups. I was there for family problems. I was there for bitches cheating on dudes. And I never catch myself in a situation where I was fucking with a girl who even ever touched one of my homeboys before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had never even been in one of those situations. If I knew that this girl, you're my homeboy, if I knew that you had even kissed this girl before, I'm not fucking with her. Like that's how I've always lived my life until after certain shit happened. And then I just started saying, fuck it, bro. People gonna be weird to me like that. People gonna be playing with me like that. Shit, niggas' girlfriends is getting fucked now. Niggas' bitches is getting fucked now. Niggas' moms is getting fucked now. Oh God, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Your mom will get fucked real quick. I'm not even joking about that shit. Your mom will get fucked real quick. Your sister will get fucked real quick. Your girlfriend that you've been with for the past 4 years, she will get fucked real quick, dog. Trust and believe. Like, but anyways, so yeah, this group of friends I had in high school, man, I was there through these motherfuckers with everything, bro. And I was a real ass friend to these individuals. I ain't talk shit about nobody behind their back. It wasn't no situation where we're in this group, but one of our friends is missing today. So now that Sean or Isaac or Bryant is missing now we gonna spend all our time talking shit about Sean or Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was never a situation like that in my entire fucking life. You know what I'm saying? And then and there's even been even more situations. One of my homeboys got stabbed 7 times whenever I was like 16 years old. And he almost died right in front of me. He got caught in his bicep by one really like powerful stab, and that's where he was bleeding from mostly, right? And this stab was so fucked off to the point where I could see the kitchen floor through his arm, right? And he's just leaking blood everywhere. And he's starting to turn white and purple and shit like that. And his eyes are starting to like not be there no more. Like, I thought he was dying. Everyone else was panicking. Everyone else was screaming and couldn't figure out what to do. And I'm fucking 15, 16, 17 years old. And I take control of the entire situation. And I'm like, Sean, you need to take these paper towels, put compression on his fucking bicep right here so he's not bleeding out. Make sure you keep pressure on that shit. Now what I'm gonna do is call 911, because Sean was such a little bitch to the point where he couldn't even figure out how to emotionally contain himself to be able to even dial 911 on a fucking cell phone. So I had to tell these niggas what to do and make sure I was sitting there like hugging Isaac and holding them and kind of letting him know that he's going to be okay and shit. And I called the ambulance and they finally show up and all that shit. So yeah, I've been through a lot of shit with these individuals. You know what I'm saying? And then during the time while all this shit was going on, motherfuckers is getting stabbed. People is going through a lot of shit. People are breaking up. Girlfriends are cheating. Schwetzel always played his cards right. I didn't ever fuck anybody over, not once. So what ends up happening is I end up getting with a girl a little bit before this, like right before everybody started going through a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? But we had already been through shit previously for me to be able to call these people friends and actually mean that and actually treat them as if they are friends. So I got with this girl that I really liked. And it just happened so perfectly. You know what I'm saying? So I really, really like this girl. And I ain't know it, but before me and her got together, she was fucking with one of my homeboys on the low. Like nobody knew about it. Nobody in the whole town knew about it. Only them two and his sister knew about it. Right? So I had no clue. But me and her got together. We fell in love with each other. Or at least I loved her. Still to this day, I couldn't tell you if she actually gave a fuck about me or not, or if she was just around due to how much money I was able to make at that time. You know what I'm saying? But I loved her. It's one of the only females I've ever loved in my entire life. So time goes on. We're together for a good while. We have a very strong relationship. At least I thought so. So at a certain point in our relationship, I went to jail. And I was in jail for something like 15 days over truancy and shit like that. Missing school back in the day. So I went to jail for like 10, 15 days. I came back and everything was cool. Like I didn't think that she would have been up to anything. Like that wasn't even a thought that crossed my mind that she would have been out here fucking around on me. Like I thought we loved each other. She was writing me letters while I was locked up and all types of shit. So I come home and we finish out the remainder of our relationship, and it lasted for like a good while after that, probably another year and a half or so after that. And towards the end of the relationship, I start finding out certain shit, right? Like I start seeing certain shit. I start feeling like shit ain't right. And she had went off to college towards the very end, right? She comes home one day and I could just tell this bitch had cheated on me, right? And she trying to get me to fuck her. And I'm like, okay, you've been cheating on me. That's what I told her outright. I was like, you've been cheating on me. So I go and I'm like, stop this. Like, I'm not about to fuck you right now. I pick up her phone and I go looking through her phone. I find out that right before she came to see me, she went and seen somebody else that she used to be with, right? Some dude that she used to be dating. So I was like, yeah, this is done. I'm done with this shit. So I ended that relationship, and then I start finding out more shit. I find out that when I was locked up, a person that I would have considered to be my best friend back then was fucking her while I was gone. And what made it even worse was my entire friend group knew about it and didn't nobody tell me at all. Didn't nobody ever tell me. I had to bring the information to these motherfuckers and be like, why would y'all not tell me this shit? You know what I'm saying? And what these motherfuckers told me was, oh man, I just didn't want you to be mad. I didn't want you to be upset. I didn't want you to be mad at me for knowing. I didn't want you to be pissed off at Bryant. I didn't want you to be pissed off at Stella. I didn't want you to be this and that. And I sat back and was like, okay, now when we really, let's really consider things here. I've been around you individuals for years. So therefore, you know what type of person I am. And therefore, you also know how I would react and respond to certain situations. So AKA, in this situation specifically, you know that if you would have came and told me some shit like that, I would have respected you 10 times more, and I would have thanked you for coming and telling me. That way I didn't get emotionally involved. I didn't fall in love with the bitch. That way, all this other shit. I wouldn't have had to go through all the shit that I went through with that girl if these niggas could have just kept it real with me from the jump. You know what I'm saying? You know who I am. You know how I move. You know I'm not going to be mad at you for telling me something that helped me out. Like, that shit don't even make no sense. So obviously, you was trying to cover your own ass. And obviously, you fuck with this person more than you fuck with me. And you're trying to cover their ass. So I don't talk to none of them niggas no more. Not a single goddamn one of them. But that's just the way shit shake out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the way shit shake out. That's why Schwetzel don't have no fucking friends. And that's why now Schwetzel be fucking on all y'all's moms and all y'all's sisters and all y'all's girlfriends and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why Schwetzel be doing what he do now. Because you can sit in the category of being a real friend and you will get nothing but genuine shit from me. But the moment, like he said, the game of Plinko, when you choose your lane, you start to show me that you're not a real friend to me. You start to show me you really don't fuck with me like that. Now I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Now your girlfriend getting fucked. She been trying to holler at me the whole time I've been around y'all anyways. And you was never aware of it. You know what I'm saying? She might not have outright said nothing. She might not have DM'd me in my messages. You know what I'm saying? But I know the energy. I know when a bitch looking my way and she interested in what she see. You know what I'm saying? But you never picked up on that shit. Now you showing me that you a manipulator. Now you showing me you ain't a real friend to me. Okay, now your girlfriend getting fucked. Now I got pussy pictures from your girlfriend in my phone. Now I got your mom spread eagle in the fucking bathroom. Now I got your mom spread eagle in dog. I'm telling you, this is how it be. And y'all can say whatever y'all may say. I'm a fucked up individual for that. That ain't real. That ain't being genuine. That ain't this. That ain't that. What the fuck business I got being real to a fake motherfucker? Put that on everything. What business do I got being real to a fake motherfucker? So I'm gonna do what I want to do. Shit, your mom been trying to eat up this dick. I'm gonna give it to her. Your girl been trying to eat up this shit. I'm gonna give it to her. And shit, that's just how it be. Cause that's how I get myself out of situations a lot of times. Like if I know a person ain't really fucking with me like that or something, or they showing a level of fakeness or something, I do something like go fuck their mom or their girlfriend or some shit just so I don't have to talk to them anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like just so it can be a situation where it's like, okay, that now they realize they was being fake. Now they see the benefits that they reap from being fake, getting shit done to them like that. So now they don't want to talk to me anymore. So I don't have to deal with this individual anymore, which is good for me. They can just stay over there. But meanwhile, on their own time, when they sitting back, they like, oh yeah, okay, so this is why this happened. It's because I was being fake to this person. That's why they went and did this. Like they were being very real to me before this. You know what I'm saying? But then when I started being fake to them or started talking shit about them behind their back, okay, now my mom gets fucked. Or now, you know what I'm saying? Now I got a homeboy who's the same age as me, but he just fucked my mom. Now I got a homeboy who might even be in a worse situation than I am. I got way more money than him. I got way more swaggy clothes than him, but he's still fucking my bitch. Like, goddamn. That's the type of conclusions that motherfuckers be coming to on their own time. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I just don't have to deal with y'all motherfuckers no more. As soon as you become some type of detriment to me in any type of way, yeah, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get the fuck away from you. Even if I gotta make you hate me for that. You know what I'm saying? Like if I gotta make you hate me just so you won't talk to me no more, I'm very comfortable doing that. I'm 100% fine with doing that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't used to be. I never wanted to be like this. I never wanted to be this way. I'm gonna keep it 100. I never wanted to be this way at all. I never wanted to have to be the dude who fuck on dudes' girlfriends. I never want, you know what I'm saying? I never wanted to have to be that dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I never did that shit when I was younger. I never even people who know me in real life, people who I've been friends with. If you can show me one time back in the day, whenever I was running around, ramping and raving, if you can show me one example where I ever hit up your girlfriend, tried to reach out to her, where I ever even answered a text message from your girlfriend in some type of suspect or some type of weird way. Y'all have no example. Y'all can't show me that. You can't show me something that don't exist. You really can't. But Schwetzel be doing what he be doing now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to have to be this way. I didn't want to have to be this way. But this is the only thing that fucking do it sometimes. Sometimes a motherfucker deserve for their girlfriend to get fucked. Sometimes a motherfucker deserve for their mom to get bent like crazy. You know what I'm saying? I've been that dude. I'm a nasty motherfucker. I ain't got no prejudice. Moms, sisters, girlfriends, they all can get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to protect me at the end of the day. I'm going to protect me at the end of the day. I ain't going to be out here fishing for compliments. I ain't going to be out here fucking worried about what you doing. And I'm damn sure not going to allow myself to be in a situation where I'm just with a motherfucking fake ass bitch all the time. It's not happening. I don't deal with fake friends. I know how to recognize it now. You know what I'm saying? I know how to identify it as soon as it shows itself. As the moment it shows itself. And I move accordingly as soon as it shows itself. Whatever I got to do. And y'all don't take all that shit literally. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using that as an example as far as the fucking on people's moms and girlfriends and shit, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using that as an example, even though in reality, I actually do be doing that shit sometimes, you know, depending upon the situation. But, you know, do what's right for you. You know what I'm saying? Do what's right for you. Don't be up here and be like, oh shit, Schwetzel be fucking on everybody's girlfriends and Schwetzel be fucking on people's moms and shit. So, oh shit, that's okay. We can do that now. No. Might not necessarily be like that for you. You know what I'm saying? Situation might not call for that. What we was talking about earlier, shit being uncalled for. You know what I'm saying? Situation might not call for that right now. So yeah, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. But anyways, we gonna hop off this bitch. It don't seem like anybody's really saying too much. Texas is bipolar. You should move to Hawaii. Yeah, but I don't want to be on an island. I don't want to be on an island. Like I want to be able to like pick up and like if I need to move somewhere or I just want to be somewhere else for the day or some shit. Like I can go and hop in the car and just drive a few state lines over and be somewhere completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my only problem with Hawaii is it's on an island. It's not, you know what I'm saying? I can't just fucking drive across the ocean and go to California or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of shit I want. I want the freedom to be able to move around to that extent. Like I can go fucking 500 miles to the west and find some completely different buildings, some completely different vegetation, wildlife, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fernanda says Hawaii is fire though. I've known some people who have lived in Hawaii. You know, I have a friend from back in the day who still lives in Hawaii. Actually, I think, and some other individuals that I've known have lived there for a time or gone on vacation there and shit. I've heard it's pretty dope. You know, I'd go there for vacation. You know, I'd go there for vacation. That's about it. I don't think I would ever live there. You know, just due to it being an island. That's the only reason. But yeah. And then yeah, y'all said we going in deep. Yeah, we are going in deep. This is almost a 3-hour live stream. We in this bitch 2 hours and 40 minutes deep right now. We've talked about a lot of shit. We broke a lot of shit down. Most recently, I vented a little bit to y'all. Told y'all about some shit that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? As far as fucking friendships and connections and shit like that. And da 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 this way and that way. All that good stuff. You know, this has been a good one. They're always good one. Every day I hop on this bitch, it's a good one. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the shit we was talking about earlier. Shout out to Skip. Shout out to Grandma Judy. Thank y'all for being here today. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for coming and working through me, and you know, letting me know what's up. It just reminding me that I know what I'm doing, and reminding me that this family bloodline really ain't shit, and I'm not crazy for thinking that way. You know what I'm saying? Or feeling that way, or you know, I'm not overthinking when I'm sitting here thinking that people are trying to play with me on certain shit and stuff like that. Like, I genuinely, I appreciate y'all for all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It sucks that y'all are dead and gone, to not be able to, you know, be here in front of my face to say the shit to me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But even if y'all being trapped in y'all's physical bodies, y'all wouldn't have had the awareness that you have now. You wouldn't be able to tell me the things that you're able to tell me now. You would probably be in the same boat thinking that I was a fucking insane, retarded, don't know what he's doing ass motherfucker. And I'm just out here living some flunked out ass type of lifestyle. And I'm just insane. And I need to go talk to Jesus or some shit like that. You know, so y'all probably would have been doing the same shit if y'all was back down here in bodies, just like y'all was doing when y'all was alive, you know. But, you know, it sucks y'all had to reach death to come to these conclusions and come to these realizations and shit like that. But, you know, all I can say on that tip is um obviously you guys are still concerned about me and my family and the bloodline and shit like that. Obviously, you want these generational curses to be broken. Obviously, you want me to pick up the baton and keep going. You know what I'm saying? I just hope wherever y'all are at, whatever y'all are doing, I hope you've reached some peace within yourself. I hope that you can have a level of happiness. I hope that you're okay. That's all I want for you. You know what I'm saying? I hope that you are able to experience better than anything that you could have got from down here while you was on earth. You know what I'm saying? They say the most joy that you'll ever experience in your life is when you have a child. You know what I'm saying? I hope whatever y'all are in right now, whatever y'all are doing right now, I hope it's 1,000 times better than any level of joy that you could experience from that itself. Because I've experienced it. I've experienced levels of joy that take over my entire being. And I have to shake myself out of it because I start feeling too happy. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that maybe you guys have reached a similar space. I hope there's peace where you're at. You know what I mean? I hope everything's okay with y'all. Seriously. Take care of yourselves. Not asking you to leave or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Just take care of yourselves. You know, don't worry about me so much. Don't worry about what I'm doing down here so much. You know, it's good to have the reminders, and it's good that y'all keep checking in and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't necessarily need it. I'm still going to keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm still going to keep believing in myself regardless. You know what I mean? But just take care, just take care of yourselves. You know what I mean? Take care of yourselves. If you're putting more energy into worrying about what I'm doing down here on earth, more than what you put in energy into whatever level of existence that you're living on right now, and developing things and growing through that, go back and just get back with yourself. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all though. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, it's good to hear from y'all. I didn't hear from y'all for years. At least I thought I didn't. You know, now I realize that y'all were talking to me the whole time and shit. But you know, I couldn't identify it for a good while. You guys died when I was very young. I was 6 years old when Skip died. I was 13 when Grandma Judy died. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't always aware of it, but now I am. You know what I'm saying? Just take care of yourself, man. Don't worry about sweats. I ain't ever stopping what I'm doing. I'm building the next lifetime and the next lifetime and the next lifetime. You know what I'm saying? I'll be good down here. Y'all just take care of yourselves. Y'all just take care of yourselves. That's all I want. I just want y'all to be happy. That's it. I want y'all to be okay. I don't want y'all to experience the shit that regular people down here have to experience. And I feel like the more y'all involve yourselves with me, the more you gonna get lost into coming back to earth or some type of concept like that, just because of where I'm at right now. Like if y'all aren't in a space where you're strong enough like that to be able to come to where I'm at and talk to me and shit like that all the time, and it's making you get lost and start going down in density and come back to the third dimension and shit like that, like, yeah, well, y'all motherfuckers know what y'all doing. Y'all do it. Y'all just do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers know what y'all doing. Y'all dead now. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all damn near got the same level of awareness that I do now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers dead now. Y'all know what's going on just like I know what's going on. But yeah, just take care of yourselves. That go for y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Don't take that as just me talking to my fucking ancestors and shit like that. People who's already dead and gone and shit like that. I'm just pouring out my liquor for them right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just lighting up the incense stick for them right now. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm lighting up the blunt for them right now to, you know what I'm saying? Just paying my respects and shit like that, you know? But y'all do the same thing. Take care of yourselves. I want y'all motherfuckers to be happy just like I want them to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got nothing to do with just because we was born out of the same fucking goddamn blood pool and shit like that. But anyways, y'all take it easy, man. I'm gonna end this shit right here and fucking do something else. It was good to talk to all of y'all. Y'all take it easy. Peace.